I'm falling in love.
You're watching USA, America's favorite cable network.
The World League playoffs begin next week. But for the two leaders of the North American West Division, it's do or die time right now. San Antonio and Sacramento are tied for the league's best record. Their war began earlier this season, and it won't be settled until tonight's final gun. In the first meeting, Surge quarterback Dave Archer completed passes to an arsenal of receivers. It was the fourth quarter. They had the lead, the momentum, and the home field advantage. But with only 5 minutes to play, San Antonio quarterback Mike Johnson led the Riders on a 73-yard drive, capped by an Ivory Lee Brown touchdown. And the underdogs trailed by just 3. Then as time expired, Riders kicker Jim Gallery silenced the crowd as the rain began to fall on Sacramento. The Riders' momentum continued. They took charge of the opening overtime drive. Brown, the league's leading rusher, danced on a 48-yard jaunt. The Riders were in Surge territory, and once again they called on Jim Gallery. Perfect from 38 yards, and San Antonio was in the lead for the first time. However, the battle was not over. The World League's overtime rules guarantee each team a possession. Surge quarterback Archer's drive came to a critical 4th and 15 when he found NFL veteran Eddie Brown. Sacramento's hopes remained alive until another savvy veteran of the NFL, cornerback Bobby Humphrey, stripped the ball and recovered the Riders' victory. A potential trip to the World Bowl is at stake tonight in the deciding chapter of this ongoing war. Texas, a city whose tradition is so closely intertwined with a group of courageous freedom fighters who defended the Alamo in the 19th century. 45 miles north of San Antonio is San Marcos, Texas, Southwest Texas State University, which for 1992 is the home of the San Antonio Riders Football Club. One of the real turnaround stories of year 2 of the World League, and tonight they play the Sacramento Surge with a berth in the playoffs at stake. The premier division of the World League this year has been the North American West. The winner tonight wins the division and has a home playoff game. The loser tonight may go home, depending on Birmingham's game at Ohio tomorrow. And welcome, everybody, to USA's coverage of the World League. I'm Ted Robinson. The schedule tells us this is a regular season game. In reality, though, it is a playoff game. These have been the two best teams in the World League this season, but the loser tonight has only a very slim chance of qualifying for the playoffs as a wild card team. John Robinson, you've been through so many years of football experience. What are the emotions running through each team as they get set for this type of game tonight?
Well, I think the real competitors look forward to this kind of environment. It brings out the best in those kind of people. San Antonio's plan to win this game is based around their league-leading defense and their league-leading rushing game, Ivory Lee Brown being the rusher.
Well, San Antonio has run the ball so well all season long, but their season has turned around since Mike Johnson became their quarterback. Sacramento has turned their season around since day one, since the very first snap that Dave Archer took from center, John.
Dave Archer has had fabulous numbers, Joe Montana numbers, if you will, and he's been a great leader for this team. Eddie Brown is his #1 receiver and a big play receiver. They also have a very good defense. They're the second-ranked defense in the league. So we've got a very even match. We've got potentially a great game.
Well, it's the running team in San Antonio, the passing explosive team in Sacramento, and the playoffs at stake in the World League. We'll have it for you on USA in just a moment.
This is not what you want in a shave. Now you've got the edge with 6 rich lubricants for less irritation You got the edge.
If you don't like the looks of your car, shoot it with Son of a Gun from STP. Shoot the dash, seats, tires, and roof. Son of a Gun protecting. Man, what a difference.
This month, the Lake Edna Players present the Wild West Review, and it's a must-see. And for a must-eat, try new KFC Honey Barbecue Chicken. You're gonna love it.
New KFC Honey Barbecue Chicken for limited time in Lake Edna or your neck of the woods.
Come and get new Honey Barbecue Chicken and a Pepsi, and get a free Pepsi Gotta Have It card good for discounts on everything from tennis shoes to a cruise. Get it this week only at KFC. I'm expecting a stampede.
How's that?
Great! I like to use the bathroom.
You got it.
I always tell my customers, be sure to take your credit card receipts. I should have listened to myself.
Citibank for me?
The other day, I got a call from Citibank.
Hello?
Seems somebody charged some pretty fancy stuff on my card number. Citibank suspected fraud, but they said I wouldn't be responsible for the charges.
I've seen Citibank look out for my customers. Seems they're also looking out for me.
Not just Visa, Citibank Visa.
The World League on USA is brought to you by Kentucky Fried Chicken. Nobody's cooking like today's KFC. By Edge Shaving Gel. For less irritation, you've got the edge. And by Budweiser, the king of beers, with that clean, crisp, cold taste. Nothing beats a Bud.
Well, we're also joined tonight by Michael Barkhead, who's kind of found San Marcos to be a second home, right, Michael?
Love it, Ted, but I'll tell you, the heat is going to be maybe a little bit of a factor. We'll ask David Archer. It's very warm out here, temperature in the low 90s. How will that affect you, and who does it favor?
Well, I don't know. You know, they've been practicing it. I guess it favors them. I mean, when you get into a game like this, you throw all that stuff out the window and you play ball.
You are the league's top-ranked passer with the league's top-ranked offense going against the league's top-ranked defense, one against the pass. How do you get it past Oldham and Humphrey and all those guys?
We're just going to try to do the same things we've been doing all year long and see if we can get it down the field on them. They're tough. We may not be able to move the ball on them.
All right, thanks a lot.
Okay.
Good luck tonight. Ted, back to you.
All right, Michael, we'll be hearing from Michael throughout the night tonight. Visiting there with David Archer, who has been the premier success story of the second year of the World League. In fact, David Archer featured prominently in an article in the new issue of Sports Illustrated. Jim Gallery will do the kicking for San Antonio. They're in the dark jersey. Sacramento in the white won the toss, and they will receive. And the deep backs for Sacramento. Stephon Adams is on the left. Eddie Brown on the right. Very warm. Does not appear to be any sort of a breeze that will play a factor in the game tonight. Shadows creeping across about half the field. And a pretty good and pretty enthusiastic crowd on hand here. Biggest crowd of the year expected tonight by San Antonio. A couple of 7-2 teams meeting for the division championship. And Gallery off the 1-inch flat tee drives it deep enough, forcing Adams to kneel. And Sacramento will start from the 20-yard line. Well, David Archer has had numbers this year that are staggering. Tonight, he'll pass Stan Gelbaugh, setting a World League single-season yardage record. He's already set a touchdown record and a 3-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio. With him, Mike Pringle's the top runner. Tony Burst, good receiver and blocker. And the wideouts have been superb. And even Paul Green, the tight end, has been catching a lot of passes lately. There's a pretty good offensive line that's given Archer fine protection this year.
360!
Mike Pringle, the lone setback. Pringle drives off the left side, and that first down play will gain about 5 yards before Tim Walton comes leaping out of that pile with enthusiasm after making the tackle. The Riders are missing their best defensive lineman, but Chris Thieneman may play tonight, coming back from a knee injury. Good linebacking core, Ledbetter, their leading tackler, and top sack man on the linebacking core. And in the secondary, Chris Oldham, a fine safety man, and of course, NFL veteran Bobby Humphrey mans one corner.
360!
Now two setbacks, Pringle and Burst. And behind the blocking of Burst and company, Pringle. And you hear David Archer as he has all year exhorting his team. That's Chris Thieneman, who is coming back, John, from a staggering knee injury. He's actually going to try to play tonight.
And he's going to have surgery right after the season, but he's a tough guy. And, you know, this is for all the marbles, and I'm sure he felt like he just had to get in there. David Archer anxious to get the running game going, you know. All passing quarterbacks love to get that running game going early, which then can really help them as the game goes on.
2 carries by Pringle gets Sacramento a first down. And the diminutive running back again, but this time he's stacked up, and it was Mark Ledbetter, 94, that got the first hit. Walton there as well.
Well, you knew that was going to happen. This defense is one of the best in the league and one of the best against the run. They just swarmed to the ball, as you saw that time. Stuffed that play. Now he's 2nd and 12. Here's a look at it again. You can see the penetration is what really destroys this play. Really didn't have a chance. Penetration stopped it right away.
2nd down and 11. Sacramento from their 29. Archer's first pass is to tight end Paul Green. And that'll be close to, but just shy of a first down. As Oldham from the secondary undercut Green.
On passing teams that have good wide receivers, both Parker and Brown are outstanding receivers. People wind up trying to double cover them, and the tight end, the halfback, and the fullback have a good chance to do some stuff. There you see Paul Green doing a nice job of getting the ball up the field after he makes the catch, which gets him back to 3rd and 1.
2 tight ends now for Sacramento. And actually 3, because they're going to use Parker as a tight end. Jared Johnson, offensive lineman, the tight end. And just power football for Pringle. But he is wrapped up. The initial penetration was by Gary Richard out of the secondary, 44. That stopped the play for a big loss. And the Rider defense comes up huge on their first test.
Well, great penetration that forced that play wide, and this left him a sitting duck for Richard. This San Antonio defense is impressive. Here you get a look at it. You see the ball's pitched sideways. See the penetration and the people coming off blocks. The runner's ineffective going sideways, and he's just headed for a lot of trouble out there.
They lost 5 yards on that play. And now John Neese fields a low snap and gets a punt away. Nice job by Sacramento's punter. Darrell Colbert immediately brought down on punt coverage. Tracy Perkins, first man there, to cover a 38-yard punt. John Neese from Arizona did an outstanding job just to get that kick off.
Okay. Here we get a look at the pursuit coming short yardage. This is from the safety man. Look at all the people flying out here. They've got that runner, boy. They love that. Get about 6, 7, 8, 9 guys. Cooney's jumping in there. He wants a little piece. He can't quite find a spot to hit. Good defense.
San Antonio safety man Anthony Cooney wearing helmet cam there. Now Mike Johnson, left-hander at the helm for the Riders. And he gives on the first play to the World League leading rusher, Ivory Lee Brown, Arkansas Pine Bluff, property of the Phoenix Cardinals. Now Mike Johnson has done nothing but win. If ever a young man would earn a shot with an NFL team off what he's done in this league, Mike Johnson could be right there.
No question. He's had a great year, and he does the big things for them.
Brown, the league's leading rusher. Ronnie Williams, very good tight end. Speed on, although small receivers, speed with Walker and Dixon. There's a veteran offensive line. It's their 2nd year together here in San Antonio. Brown, the only setback, 2nd and 7. Gets the ball off the right side, and Brown is across the 35 for Lewis Riddick out of the secondary for the Surge. Makes the tackle.
Double flex, 401.
San Antonio coach Mike Riley sending the play into Johnson.
What do you mean? On one.
It's 3rd down here, and short 3 is what they need. 4 receivers. And a quick hit to Walker. Got up inside block, and he has the first down. Darrell Colbert through the inside block. And Walker made the catch, gains 12 and a first down. This will be from the viewpoint now of Sacramento safety Tom Gerhardt.
Here's Gerhardt having to come up to make the tackle. You get a great look at a man having to tackle. He just doesn't quite get a piece of him, and it goes by him. And sometimes that's hard to tackle those guys. They're giving you all those moves, but he should have made that tackle. He might have prevented a first down.
Yeah, we'll see. Helmet cam for the safeties tonight. Cooney for San Antonio, Gerhardt for Sacramento, and there's a big stop. Basil Proctor, Sacramento linebacker. He stops Brown for a loss.
Sacramento's going to bring 8 people up on the defensive front. As we look at the Sacramento defensive line, they're going to get those linebackers up there very close on first down, try to force them for the loss as they did there, try to force them into a pass set of circumstances.
One thing Sacramento has not done, the secondary doesn't have many interceptions this year, just 5 in 9 games.
Black one!
Brown and Cisco Richard now, 2 running backs in for San Antonio. Quick hit again to Walker. Nice little shifty move inside to cross midfield. Hopefully the Riders get some good yardage, will leave themselves a decent third down play ahead.
Third down and 6.
Well, that was a good job by the quarterback. He got to an audible. You saw Jim Haslett there calling a blitz. Mike Johnson recognized it, got the quick pass off to beat the blitz. They come up and tackle. There's the 3rd and 5, but that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Mike Johnson on the line now, 3rd down, and they need about 5. 4 wide receivers again, and Richard is the lone running back. Oh, he got nailed from behind, and it's called an incomplete pass. But it was Mike Sinclair who leads the World League in sacks. And he blasted Mike Johnson as he threw that football incomplete.
Well, they came with a blitz at the last second. I think they confused the pass blocking of San Antonio because Sinclair came pretty much free. You can see right there. That's what you call confusion. Nobody blocked him, and he's the best pass rusher in the league. And that hurts on the quarterback's ribs.
Eddie Brown is the safety man for Sacramento. Kent Sullivan, the punter for the Riders. Trying to loft one up there, and it is caught on the fly inside the 5-yard line. Chris Oldham down there for the Riders. And an outstanding punt, 44 yards by Sullivan, and he kills it inside the 5.
Well, that's a great job by Chris.
This will back Sacramento up for their 2nd possession.
It's the first week of spring training, and a bunch of nice old ladies show up.
Say cheese. Wonderful.
Nice, until we started working out.
You call that exercising?
Hey, Grandma, I don't see you doing it.
We finished?
In your dreams, homeboy.
Finally. Cold pudge for everybody.
Attaboy.
Unleash yourself in the mind maze. Free your imagination. Escape your reality. Can you win in the mind maze? It's a perfect place. Drift into another world where everything is what you make it. It's magic. It's the mind maze. The mind maze, where it's all in your imagination. Call 1-900-933-9283. Adults 18 and over only. $5 per minute.
Will our new lightning blade actually make your job as easy as this? Well, lightning stays sharp longer, cuts easier than the blade you're using, or your money back.
Well, the young crowd on hand here tonight in San Marcos. And a little in-your-face helmet cam here at the World League on USA. Tom Gerhardt got smacked
360
by Greg Lee.
360 cut.
Now Sacramento starting from their 4-yard line. It's Pringle who's wrapped up at the line. Well, the Riders defense making an early statement here that they will not give ground easily.
No, they're going to penetrate on the line of scrimmage and get the back before he really has a chance to go. This is a very crucial area of the field on your own goal line. If you don't get the ball out, you give great field percentage to the position to the other team. So this is a crucial place for Sacramento here to get a couple of first downs to get the ball back down to the end of the field.
24
Saw Sacramento's Case Stevenson.
360 cut.
Big rush here on Archer, and he goes for it all to Carl Parker, and it's overthrown. Man coverage, Parker against Bobby Humphrey.
Well, he had man-to-man coverage that time, and he just put the ball up long. I don't think Parker expected it, because halfway through his move up the field, he kind of slowed down.
Halfback. Keep regular in.
Yeah, who came late on
Keep regular in. Let's go gun, Dallas. And let's go 860. Go 826 hook.
John Dallas right, 34 right, 826 hook on the audible. Ready?
Doug DeBose is now in the game for
34 right, 34 right.
This is how it looks through Anthony Cooney in the secondary for San Antonio. Archer got it way up there, and Parker was the intended receiver. Humphrey close.
Well, he got a blitz again that time. They put pressure on him. He just delivered the ball hard, and I think, again, Parker was kind of wandering around down there, not really cutting the pattern off very sharp. If he had cut that pattern a little sharper, he might have had a chance. I think David Archer threw the ball away.
The emotions of the game, you heard them there from Archer. You saw the same thing with his receiver. Matt Neese punting from the back of the end zone. Hangs one up nicely. Colbert back into his own territory. And he reverses and hangs himself out there and finally dances his way inside the Sacramento 45. So the first field position edge of the game goes to the Riders.
Introducing the hottest two-seater watercraft on the water, the Kawasaki Jet Ski Super Sport. With a sleek V hull and a powerful 750 engine, the Super Sport is where you want to be.
Kawasaki, let the good times roll. Kawasaki.
Most people choose Jiffy Lube for the same reasons I do. It's close, it's quick, and it's good.
Over 1,000 Jiffy Lubes, 45,000 cars a day.
They also choose Jiffy Lube because they get the world-class protection of Pennzoil. And they get so much more for their money.
Includes free fluid refills between services.
My car is ready in minutes and the work's guaranteed.
At Jiffy Lube, we do your car a great service.
And now the news from the 18th century.
Courtney!
In colonial Williamsburg, the militia was ready to defend liberty. At Shields Tavern, the Jacksons were enjoying their second honeymoon. And at Carter's Grove Plantation, a new life was being celebrated. Come to colonial Williamsburg. For your free vacation planner, call 1-800-HISTORY.
Somewhere in his subconscious, a killer stalks. Michael Nouri, Psychic, tomorrow night.
With John Robinson and Michael Barkan. Ted Robinson back in San Marcos, Texas. Tonight, the championship of the North American West Division. Last year, the champion of this division was Birmingham at 5-5. This year, a team with a winning record from this division won't make the playoffs. San Antonio in great field position to start. Mike Johnson going deep for Walker.
Mike Johnson's pass for number 80, Wade Walker.
Well, they took a shot at the whole thing there. They have good field position because of that downing of the punt inside the 20. Now here we get a look at man-to-man coverage. You see the corner taking the inside away, forcing the receiver outside, and then it's a foot race, which the receiver won. But that ball was thrown on kind of a line. There wasn't much chance of him catching that. When the quarterback throws a line drive, it's got to be perfect.
Greg! Black 174!
6 men on the line for the surge. Little delay to Brown. Ivory Lee Brown picks up at least 5 before he's brought down. Cisco Richard led the way with a nice block.
Here we're going to look at Mike Riley make the call.
Quick run it. 2.
325, quick run it 2.
So Queen right, quick run it 2 on 1. Right, 325. 325, 325. On 1.
Well, see that? He may not have called that play properly now. I think it's a quick pass.
Ready.
little confusion there.
They need 4 yards. There's the toss, and it is a first down, I believe. Let's see where they mark it. Colbert, Darryl Colbert on the catch. Robert McWright on the coverage. And the mark should be a first down.
Well, he communicated well enough to his receiver, and he threw the quick out. Good timing pass. Mike Johnson has improved each week in his quick game. He delivers the ball quickly now. I guess we're talking too loud. He can't hear the coach.
So Liz Queen, 27 blunt on one. Ready?
Here's another carry for Brown. Now, this is what they want to do on first down. Establish this man as a power runner for them.
Ready?
Well, there's a good hole, and Brown explodes through for another first down, or close to it, inside the 25 of Sacramento.
Here we look at a helmet cam and audio of a great big guy coming at the safety man. This is what safety men do not like to see. Let's take a look and listen. Now he gets up saying, hey, you guys, you got to stop him up there before he gets to me. I'm the safety. Go!
Tom Gerhart wearing helmet cam tonight. First down now. 23-yard line. Brown, once he gets going, it seems like he'll make some yardage, John.
No question, and they're knocking Sacramento off the ball right now and giving him room.
Yeah, by a halfback would be.
He's not a, he's a powerful-looking guy. Let's listen to my crowd.
27 counter. Yes. Trey, 27 counter.
Don't jump. Trey, 27 counter on 3. Ready?
This is again the ball to Riley. Riley, I mean, Riley's calling a play to give the ball to Brown again. He's got him going good. He wants to keep it going. It's going to be a counter play. Step one way and come back.
Flag down, and Johnson goes down. It looked like they had a free play, I think.
Well, what happened there, I think the center saw the guy jump offside and just snap the ball to the quarterback because he certainly surprised the quarterback. We'll see whether they surprise the officials or not.
Offside, number 75, 5 yards. Still second down.
So you're saying John Vitale took the penalty there. He saw Sinclair in the zone.
Absolutely. Smart play by the center, except every once in a while that's so smart that it outsmarts the quarterback and they get a fumble. And then if the official doesn't see the guy offside, he can have a problem. But that's basically a competitive play by the center. Now here's where they're going to try to power Brown in for a touchdown. And again, Sacramento's going to try to counter by getting a lot of people up there close.
They're at the 12-yard line. Brown has carried 7 times already for 40 yards. His 8th carry will get about 5 more.
San Antonio has both of their big tight ends in the ball game now. Both are about 250-pounders, and they're really having a real effect against Sacramento. The Sacramento defense doesn't seem to be able to gang up in any one spot. Because of the both tight ends of the game, they have to play pretty well balanced. Here's a look at Ivory Lee Brown. See him find the lane, get through the hole. That's what good backs do. They find that little crack.
2nd and 5. Brown is in. Touchdown, San Antonio. And there the Riders did what Mike Riley'd like they could do best. Power football, big blocking. Really, Ivory Lee Brown had some easier yards there.
Absolutely. They kind of embarrassed the defensive front of Sacramento on that drive. There are big holes there. Watch this lane here. People are blocked and tied up. Look at that lane. He just kind of walks in the end zone.
So Brown scoring his 7th rushing touchdown of the season. Jim Gallery to try to tack on the 7th point. Nope, he missed it. So Jim Gallery misses his first extra point of the season. But Ivory Lee Brown gives the Riders 6 and the early lead.
Mission: create the ultimate automobile polish. Establish the new definition of shine, the new standard for protection. Mission accomplished. Liquid Crystal, the most technologically advanced automobile polish ever made. Liquid crystal was applied to this 1982 Blazer. With no rubbing, no buffing, its showroom shine is instantly restored. After polishing with liquid crystal, this car was put through a car wash 104 times. 2 years worth of car washings, and water still beads. Liquid crystal will give your car unequaled protection and an extraordinary deep gloss shine nothing on the street can beat. Try liquid crystal. If you don't agree that it shines and protects better than any car wax you've ever used, we'll send you your money back. Liquid crystal automobile polish. Quite simply, the best shine and protection money can buy.
Ace means quality, so look for this name.
You know you're getting the very best.
Right, Dad.
Ace Motor Oil is best buy priced at just 69 cents a quart and control pests with Ace insect sprays, just $3.88 each.
Ace label product.
Another reason why Ace is the play.
For you.
In making an artistic statement, one's personal aroma shouldn't do the talking. So I use Right Guard Sports Stick with maximum protection. A true artiste should be known for inspiration, not perspiration. Right Guard Sports Stick. Anything less would be uncivilized.
Come to a place where so many people are rich, gorgeous, and dead. Silk Stockings on USA, tomorrow at 9.
Well, right now, Ivory Lee Brown is the man. Leading rusher in the World League, and San Antonio just hammered Sacramento.
Well, they did everything they wanted to do. You know, their rushing game has gotten them what they want, a lead. Their defense is off to a good start. Things are going their way, but the missed extra point was I'm sure disappointing for them.
Well, again, this year the World League is experimenting with that flat tee. It's only 1 inch on kickoffs, trying to get the return back in the game. Not tonight. On a hot night with not much breeze. Ball carrying, and Gallery blasts it through the end zone.
You know, people make rules to try to change the game, and oftentimes it doesn't work, and it hasn't worked there. They're kicking the ball off just as deep with 1 inch tees as they are with 2.
All right, here we go. Yum, spread right, quick 2-12 on 1-on-1. Ready?
Well, they're saying enough of that run, and David Archer's going to get that arm loosened up now.
34 cents! Doug DuBose is the running back.
360!
All Green in motion. And a quick pass to the tight end, Green, who makes a nice catch. And Green, who played at USC. I didn't know you guys developed tight ends at USC.
Ted, there was a stretch of 12 years where every tight end at USC played in the NFL.
That's it, Paul. I knew you'd know that.
Here we go.
Green showing nice hands. And of course, in all reality, Green has had this rap that he doesn't block well. He's always been considered a pretty good catcher. Yeah.
And you see there, he does a nice job of catching a 2-yard pass and making it into a 7-yard gain.
34 cents! 360! 360!
Now Eddie Brown in motion. Leading receiver in the league. Blindside blitz. Archer's going to get away from it. And Green hangs on. That'll be a first down for Sacramento, and a flag down, which may be a face mask on Ledbetter.
Looked like kind of a ticky-tacky call. He was down, and Ledbetter just slid in there and grabbed his face mask. That time you see
Into the run, face mask, 5 yards, number 94 of the defense, first down.
Ted, that should have been a 2-yard penalty for ticky-tacky face mask.
Half a face mask.
Yeah, half a face mask.
2.5. There it is. Of course, the play's still alive when Ledbetter got him by the mask.
No, that's fair. That's not right of me to say. That's my prejudice against the official.
Yeah. But you're admitting it, John. I like that. 5-yard tack on. It was a first down anyway.
360! Hot!
Delay to Doug DuBose. And the former 1,000-yard runner at Nebraska played with San Francisco 49ers. DuBose makes a nice run. Let's find Michael Barkan.
With the league's leading rusher, Ted, Ivory Lee Brown just scored your 7th touchdown, and you've been running the ball a lot. They haven't done that to you all year long. I mean, you run some, and then they go away from that. Why all the rushing all of a sudden?
Well, he feels that we done well the last time we played him running the ball, and I mean, he thought from the last game, he thought he made a lot of bad decisions, so I guess he's just trying to make up, and since we're running the ball good, hey, why not just let him run?
All right, it's worked so far, Ted.
And right now, it almost appears, John, as if San Antonio knows the plays that are coming from Sacramento.
Well, 2nd and 2, they were blitzing, and the blitz just picked up the run.
Eddie Wright, hot right special.
Here we go. Come on now. Gun Eddie Wright. Hot right special on one-on-one. Ready?
Greg Ross.
Hot right special now. I think this might be a
4-3
hook lateral type thing. There's something a little different about it when they say special.
360.
Third down and 4 for Sacramento. DuBose with a catch. And first down yardage into San Antonio territory.
Well, I read too much into that call, but it was a nice job. They put a flood pattern out there and just got DuBose off in the flat. I think this is what Sacramento has to do, is try to keep San Antonio off balance. This play did that, and they got an easy first down.
And Anthony Cooney, wearing helmet cam, made the tackle for the Riders.
We're going to get in a lot of action with these two safeties tonight with the helmet cam, because you already see how much field they have to cover and how many times they wind up being the guy that tackles.
Two teams that in the last couple of weeks have had great offensive explosions. We're in the final minute of the first quarter, and Mark Stock catches this ball. And a nice job by Stock as he hammered into Bobby Humphrey and carried him out near another first down.
Well, again, the short passing game with a pretty good run at the end of the short passing game, and a competitive run. There are a lot of man coverage, and he's getting the ball off quick, anticipating blitzes. Watch Stock give a little stiff arm. All right, that's a guy used to be a runner there. He won that battle with Bobby Humphrey there.
Wow, and he turned a 5-yard play into a first down game.
Absolutely.
37-yard line of San Antonio. 17 seconds to play in the first quarter. The Riders lead 6-0. Archer on a delay. DuBose has some room. And Doug DuBose inside the 30, and he is near another first down.
Good job. DuBose did a nice job of making somebody miss him there right in the hole.
Got the quarter here. Yeah, we got a quarter.
Stevenson's Sacramento surge, explosive offense, finally gets on track towards the end of the first quarter, but the Riders have a 6-0 lead.
Presenting the new Jeep. Here's the inside. Here's the outside. The bottom. The top. Here it is by itself. Here it is with its competition.
Bifocals? I'm gonna look just like my father. My grandfather. Wait, nobody'll notice the lines if I do some cool frames. Or something. This is not working.
For those who refuse to be seen in bifocals, we offer the perfect disguise. Verilux no-line bifocals. The vision you need, the look you want, none of the lines. Call for a Verilux professional near you.
This summer in Barcelona, 12 of our best men will be bound by a common past, a common goal, and a common thread. Champion is proud to have been chosen to make the uniform for America's team. Because we understand, too, it takes a little more to make a champion.
Well, next week, USA Network brings you coverage of the World League playoffs. John Michael and I will be at the Citrus Bowl in Orlando. The Thunder will host the wild card team, which will be one of the 3 teams from the North American West. And you'll see it at 8 Eastern next Saturday live here on USA. And, of course, the World Bowl from Montreal. And won't he look great if he gets a chance to go to Montreal? June 6th, the World Bowl seen right here on USA.
46 sacks.
Sacramento with a first down from San Antonio's 26, and Eddie Brown gets the quick hit. And another gain of about 10. Looks like another first down for the Surge.
Well, there's that quick screen again. As we've talked so often during this year, the rule in the World League is that the offensive lineman can be downfield on it, and they get a good... Eddie Brown is a big play guy, and they try to get Eddie Brown the ball 10, 15 times a game if they can, and that was a nice job.
First catch for Eddie Brown. If he catches about 1 or 2 more, he's going to become a 1,000-yard pass catcher. And remember, this is only a 10-game schedule.
4-3 set. Get set. 360. 360.
Brown in motion. First down. DuBose. Nice cut. Touchdown, Sacramento. Doug DuBose.
Outstanding call again on first down. That's the third time they came with that draw. And then DuBose just literally made two people miss and put the ball in the end zone. That was a big-time run. That play got him about 4 yards, and he got the rest.
To 48. He's the outside.
Here we get a look at it. Here's the delay. They get the pass rushers up the field. Now DuBose makes the linebacker miss, makes the safety man miss, gets up the field, touchdown. Doug DuBose, nice job. That's a big-time run there.
And let's give some credit to left guard John Bundenberg, who made the big block at the line. Set DuBose free. Carrie Blanchard for the surge, and that extra point just curls around the upright. And now Sacramento has answered, and with the conversion, they lead it. An 80-yard touchdown drive, capped with Doug DuBose taking it in. 7-6, Sacramento.
Jim Ward has found a fountain of youth, and he keeps it in his garage. It's Armor All protectant. It prevents his tires from fading and aging. There is a fountain of youth, and we own the patent, Armor All.
There's a cologne that preferred men prefer.
Preferred stock cologne from the House of Stetson. Smooth and extra special.
Preferred stock cologne. What preferred men prefer.
There's never been a terrorist attack on American soil, Jack. These men are professionals. Personal revenge rarely plays into it. But I killed his brother.
From the producer of The Hunt for Red October.
Ryan's still alive.
Based on the best-selling novel.
I don't care what you have to do. You just get it.
Where's Sean Miller? Harrison Ford. Patriots Games. Rated R. The games begin June 5th at theaters everywhere.
Every shot is a blast of sound. The harder you hit it, the bigger the boom. Boom ball. Play it outside, play it inside. It's what excitement sounds like from Catacomb.
For Sacramento, number 3, Johnny.
Sacramento got stymied in its first two possessions, but they got their offense on track on this third one, John.
Well, they did exactly what they wanted to do and did what they're good at. You know, they came out with that kind of token, we'll establish the run stuff, and then they said, the heck with that. Let's get the ball in Dave Archer's hands, and he moved them right down the field. That was a well-conceived drive. It kind of took some of the initiative away from the San Antonio defensive scheme of blitzing.
Here's the kick by Nice, and that's going to be Dixon letting it roll, and he'll down it in the end zone. So the Riders will come out and start at their 20 in this game for the championship of the North American West. Right now, the Surge with a 1-point lead.
Shine a light on you, shine a light on me. Keep your Bud Light shining for everyone to see. Cuts clean through your thirst, never leaves you flat. Outshining all the others that from Bud Light.
If you're into looking good, get into Bud Light. Clean, fresh taste won't fill you up. Never let you down.
You can taste it, you can feel it, you know you got it right. Everything else is just a light. Keep your Bud Light shining. Everything else is just a light.
This month, the Lake Edna Players present the Wild West Review, and it's a must-see. And for a must-eat, try new KFC Honey Barbecue Chicken. You're going to love it.
New KFC Honey Barbecue Chicken for limited time in Lake Edna or your neck of the woods.
Come and get new Honey Barbecue Chicken and a Pepsi, and get a free Pepsi Gotta Have It card good for discounts on everything from tennis shoes to a cruise. Get it this week only at KFC. I'm expecting a stampede.
When Knights Inn set out to make travel more affordable, we knew the competition wouldn't take it lightly. We knew they'd hate Knights Inn's true budget rates, our free local phone calls, our swimming pools, and the ground floor convenience of Knights Inn rooms. We knew they'd try to stop Knights Inn, but saving people money when they travel is an idea worth fighting for. Knights Inn, a good night and a very good deal.
Dressed her lips in San Antonio colors tonight. This is a college town and a good college turnout. San Marcos tonight, cheering the Riders on. Next year, the Riders are scheduled to move into the 66,000-seat Alamo Dome in San Antonio. Their fans have been real loyal this year, enduring. It's about a 45-mile ride up the interstate from San Antonio here to San Marcos. Right now, the Riders put it in play from their 20-yard line. Early second quarter. Play action for Mike Johnson. And a deep ball that's overthrown. Intended for Titus Dixon. You can see the speed of the Riders' wideouts.
Well, again, on first down, they're going with the play action pass. Mike Riley's going to come back now. 2nd and 10 call. Let's see what he calls.
Okay, let's go Liz Deuce, 27 Blunt.
Liz Deuce, 27 Blunt.
Let's see if they've
stopped
this
Liz Deuce,
play
27 Blunt on one.
All right, now he's going to, you heard him say, all right, we tried that pass. Now let's come back to the run and see if Jim Haslett's group over there can stop it. That's going to be the run to the left side.
Ready.
Cisco Richard is the setback. And Richard bounces off a couple of people and turns a loss into a small gain. George Searcy, the fullback for San Antonio, and their leading receiver this year, is out with a knee injury. So Richard has had to pick up the slack.
Well, at that time, you know, people might say, well, why didn't they keep the other guy in the game? But
Trips,
he didn't have much chance.
19 dig, alert black 9.
Alert black 9, alert black 9. Trips, 82, 19 dig on one.
That's a pass call. The alert black 9 means if they see a blitz coming, black 9 is going to be the blitz call. Now they're going to run a dig, which is a down and in pattern. There he is calling it.
Black 9.
See the adjustments.
Ronnie Williams goes into the tight end spot. They pick up the blitz. Pass lobbed out for Walker, who's there, and it's just off his fingertips. Wow, San Antonio has had 3 6-pointers just to move their receivers.
Well, you got to look there at a team executing their offense and their strategy very well. They had a pass call, and then they saw the blitz, and then they get man-to-man coverage. Walker does a nice job of running the pattern. Hasn't a great beat all the way. That's a touchdown, except he just doesn't quite catch the ball. Safety man's running over there, say, please drop it.
That's an ugly feeling, man. That's an ugly helmet cam shot right there.
Nice job by San Antonio. It just didn't work. It happens sometimes.
Oh, Kent Sullivan with an outstanding punt. Terrific punt. Eddie Brown fields it. And there's a great cover play again by Oldham. Wow. Chris Oldham has had some good punt coverage here.
He sure has. You know, he downed that punt on the 3-yard line earlier in the game, which then gave San Antonio great field position, and they put the ball in the end zone after that. We've got a penalty on the field.
Ken Sullivan's like Samson. Boy, he lets that hair grow, and it's boom in the leg. That was a 52-yard punt with no return.
And it had a hang time of about 20 minutes, too. There's 2 veteran NFL officials.
Here in the run back, personal foul, number 75 of the receiving team. Half a distance to the goal, first down.
Now, you want to talk about the impact a punter can have on a game. There's a 52-yard punt, and you tack a 15-yard penalty onto it. What a change in field position. The Surge will be backed up here when they get possession.
When you need to know what's going on in the sporting world, there's only one number you need to call. 1-900-370-3322. Jim Feist Sports Extra at 75 cents per minute. Jim Feist Sports Extra provides you with the fastest and most complete scoring updates in the country, all in the official Nevada rotation. You're able to access the latest Vegas lines, weather conditions, injuries, and much, much more. Call 1-900-370-3322.
Lock the sand. Be a lady tonight.
No matter how hard I try,
You subpoenaed me, Mr. Diaz.
For the Secret Passion of Robert Clayton on USA. Wednesday, June 3rd.
Welcome back to the World League on USA. Oh, and I'm glad my tickets were picked up tonight, Jeff. My friends made it.
That's your family, don't say friends.
Jim Haslett, former All-Pro linebacker of the Buffalo Bills, talking over the defense of Sacramento. Right now, the offense backed up to their 13-yard line.
360, hot.
Archer sprinting out. And his pass completed to Mark Stock, and that'll be a first down at the 25-yard line. We have lost track here in the last few moments of Michael Barkan. Where are you, Michael?
A sideline reporter on the roof. Crazy, no? I'll tell you, it's just on top of the Garcia's house. They weren't home. They said, go ahead, watch the game. It's a great vantage point. And this way I don't bother anyone, you know. Great view, though. I haven't worked out the second part yet, but I'll get back to you.
Michael, when you hear the sirens in the distance, run. They're coming for you.
Let's get that guy a trumpet so he doesn't have to play. He's not very good at that violin.
Hot, hot.
Oh, let's see who's got the football there. That ball was banging around. Bodies are hitting. The ball's loose, and it looks like Sacramento's Doug Dubose covered it. Tim Walton was in the middle of it.
Well, that's one of those blitzes that you hit right between the center and guard gap.
Go in there with purple.
He almost got the handoff that time. It's just one of those things that happen. No one could block it.
All right, let's go. Gun, Trey left, 682 H corner.
Gun, Trey left.
That's the thing that the play caller has to do. He has an almost disaster, but he's got to forget about it and get on to the next play. Sacramento got a bit of a reprieve there.
360. 360, hot!
Only a three-man rush. Oh, and Parker had it knocked out of his hands by Gary Richard. Parker timed his leap perfectly, had it. Richard belted it free.
Yeah, it was that time they were playing zone.
Good job,
Archer held on to the football long enough to get a pattern open deep. Parker's up in the air nicely over the defender's head. But you see his hand go in there, and Richard made a nice play of getting his hand back in and making the ball bounce away.
But boy, that Sacramento offense dangerous. You can see that even these long yardage situations, they are a dangerous team. 4 receivers. Oh, and he's got a man wide open far side. And that is a completion. Stephon Adams is out of bounds inside the San Antonio 40.
Well, that was
the argument, of course, whether Adams stayed in or was the contact what pushed him out.
Well, there's no argument with replay. We get a look at it here. He's got one down, and he's knocked out of the bounds. The other foot would have been out. I would question that call. But again, those are the kind of things we're going to see in the NFL this fall on replay without the replay. But it was a big-time play by the quarterback. Something went wrong in the San Antonio defensive secondary. They just didn't pick somebody up.
41 yards on that play, the 9th first down for Sacramento.
4-3 set. 360.
They lead the game 7-6. Now it's Dubose. We're seeing much more of the veteran Doug Dubose here as the game first half wears along.
Okay. All right, let's go strong right. And let's go 839 F flat. Strong right.
Huddle up. Come on, get in the huddle so I can call the fucking play. Strong right, Fox left. 839 F flat on one-on-one. Ready? Strong right.
That's leadership and motivation here from Dave Arch. He's telling him what he wants him to do. It's going to be a pass to the fullback in the flat. There he is. Throwing the ball. Nice job, David Archer.
And Burst does a nice job. Tony Burst still on his feet, and he is out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. A fabulous run by fullback Tony Burst.
Well, that was a great job by Burst of making a short play into a big play. You notice in this game how many times the Sacramento receivers have made good runs after catches. This was a great run after the catch. Broke about 5 tackles on that. And you see Burst right out in the flat. Archer gives him the ball early, so he gets some space to move the football. There he makes a couple of people miss. Runs through a tackle. Ooh, that's a nice job of keeping his legs going. Big time run down for almost a touchdown.
And now it's first and goal, 2.5 yards away for Sacramento. Dubose outside and in for the touchdown. Doug Dubose scores his second touchdown of the first half. And Sacramento now leads 13-6.
Dubose is just not willing to be tackled. That time he was going sideways. The defensive man had a shot at him. He just almost intimidated him, stuck his hand in his face and said, "You're not going to stop me, baby. Watch this here." So good blocking. The fullback makes a nice block, Tony Burst, but then he's off sideways. Easy touchdown. It makes it look easy. He's off to a great start there.
Greg Newhouse, the defensive coordinator for San Antonio, discussed it. 2 long touchdown drives here by the Surge on consecutive drives. And they now lead it by a score of 14-6. It's regroup time for the Rider defense. Doug Dubose has not played much this year, but a big first half to give Sacramento the lead.
A 6-year-old in her first two-wheeler. My favorite kind of customer. But no sooner do they take off her training wheels than someone takes off with her bike. So her father calls the police, and then Citibank Visa. Well, the bike never turns up, but it turns out Citibank has a program that replaces it free. I see what Citibank does for their customers. That's why I became one.
Not just Visa, Citibank Visa.
Even though I had to go, my heart was always there. And I came home again. Nothing like the feeling of family and friends. I came home to stay, if only for a day.
Cool, clean, refreshing Lipton iced tea. Share the experience.
If you thought Banana George Blair had found the fountain of youth,
I'm 77 and still barefooting.
you'd be half right, because the one he's found is actually for his car. With a little Armor All Protectant, George restores the beauty of his dashboard and seats, and in minutes it helps protect his tires from fading and aging.
It keeps my car looking almost as good as me.
There is a fountain of youth, and we own the patent. Armor All.
I hope my teeth don't fall out.
Let's get ready to rumble! The best in boxing returns when Budweiser presents USA Tuesday Night Fight, June 9th at 9.
Dubose once ran for 1,000 yards in Nebraska. He played for the San Francisco 49ers. He was a high draft pick. Substance abuse problems ended that career, and he's using the World League, he hopes, as his last chance to get back to the NFL.
Well, he's off to a great start and a very physical job of running the football.
And that'll be down by Titus Dixon. Doug Dubose only had 1 rushing touchdown all year coming into this game, 2 in the first half. And the Sacramento Surge has a 14-6 lead over San Antonio. 9:24 to play in the first half.
Hey, don't jump, don't jump. King right, 24 ISO on 2. Ready. Tuesday, Rock.
24 ISO on 2. That means you're going to 2 is the snap. He said, don't jump, be offside. Ball coming right down the middle. Ivory Lee Brown flagged down on the play as Brown gains a couple before George Bethune made the tackle. Well, you saw Mike Johnson tell his own team, you know, that we're going to center it on 2, make a real emphatic noise on 1. So they get a +5 and they get the down back. That's a nice job. Be interesting to see now if San Antonio's winning to be patient. You know,
24 look.
Keep that running game going. It sounds like it.
Right now you think they want to keep Sacramento's offense off the field.
I think I'm sure the defensive coordinator wants it to.
Fumbled snap. And Johnson appears to cover the football, and it stays with San Antonio.
Mike Johnson has had some trouble with that. We had a game here about a month ago where he fumbled the ball about 3 times in crucial circumstances in the game, fumbled the snap from center. Sometimes quarterbacks are anxious to get started. There you see the ball just drop immediately. There was just, the exchange was ineffective.
And the Riders did a lot of winning when Johnson took over last year and have done so again this year.
Ready. Set up.
Heavy pressure and the ball's overthrown, and Johnson got crushed by Corian Freeman.
Well, that's the second time now Sacramento has just turned a guy loose and been unimpeded all the way to the quarterback, and that's tough on quarterbacks. You just can't get the job done when that happens. Here we see Freeman from the outside. They have a flood pattern. Nobody blocks for Freeman, and he just there and punishes the quarterback pretty good.
His phone is off.
You see Haslett's call to not get into the defense. Third down. Johnson has completed just one of his last 6. That's caught by Darrell Colbert. And look at the foot race, and Colbert is going to go. No, they mark him out of bounds. He's out of bounds way back on the other side of midfield. Oh, Darrell Colbert won the foot race, but he lost the war. He's out of bounds back at his own 48-yard line.
You know, Ted, one of the toughest things now that happens in this circumstance, you have a big play. That time clock is already at 20 seconds. Mike Riley sees that he knows he has to get going, but getting the next play started is going to be very tough for him. They're going to have to take a timeout.
He is going to take a timeout.
Definitely out there. Almost a touchdown.
Perkins went for the pick and the 6, and he didn't get it. Well, now they reset the play clock, so San Antonio got a break there.
This is a helmet cam. This is what you call a slower helmet cam. Or not quite fast enough helmet cam. Look at that. You can see the guy starting to stagger, saying, oh, my God, I'm not going to get it.
Burn it, burn it, burn it, burn it. Come on, Richard.
And now, well, San Antonio got a break. For some reason, they added time on that play clock. And still, the Riders unable to get the play off. And Mike Johnson has to take a timeout.
That's what we want, though.
I thought Jerry Austin, the referee, just gave him a break and setting that time clock on. Hey.
Let's go. 14-6 Sacramento.
If you've been considering redecorating your home, consider this. Thousands of professionals, designers, decorators, architects, and painters all use one kind of paint. Sherwin-Williams. There's only one paint that's good, and there's only one place you can get it. The pros know. Ask Sherwin-Williams.
In trying to make an artistic statement, one should be careful not to let one's personal aroma do the talking. In order not to offend the critics, I recommend Right Guard Sport Stick. It provides maximum protection and the freshest scents, a sublime palette of odoriferous emanations. After all, a true artiste should be remembered for his inspiration, not his perspiration. Right Guard Sport Stick. Anything less would be uncivilized.
Lady Rider. Lady Godiva Rider. Not quite. 6 more months. Let that hair grow just a little longer. First down for San Antonio now. The Riders at their 48.
Ready.
7:43 to go first half. Opening the flat is Richard. Nice cutback. And finally, it takes Louis Riddick to bring down Cisco Richard and down near the 30-yard line of Sacramento.
Well, San Antonio borrowed a play from Sacramento there. Sacramento came up to stop the run, played man-to-man coverage. They just snuck the back out in the flat. Nobody picked him up. Yeah, see, they're not sure. Here's the ball. Here's the fullback out in the flat. Boom, just an easy pass. Now watch Richard turn into a runner, make a man miss. Look at that double whammy. Rips that guy's pants. He makes him miss so bad. Keeps running. That's been the big part of this game, the short pass and the good run after the catch.
The 28, Ivory Lee Brown, first carry in a while. And Brown drives to the 25.
Ivory Lee Brown. Stopped by Sacramento.
Ivory Lee Brown now at 735 yards for the year. Now, that to a normal football fan, pro football fan, that doesn't sound like a lot, but remember, it's only 10 games. Now, if you project that total over an NFL season, it'd be over 1,100
Watch
yards.
the Will out there. Oh, yeah.
And he's got a 4.7 per carry, which would be right at the top of the NFL.
Ready. Set up.
Oh, a nice catch by Richard. And he is down near the 10.
Well, they came back to the same play. This time Mike Jones ran out to take him, but he didn't cover him, and he threw the ball anyway. And Mike Jones just really didn't make much of an attempt to tackle him. Watch it. Here you see Jones go after him. He said, I got this guy. But they forgot to tell him he's got to tackle him or keep him from catching it. Richard does the same job. Again, aggressive running the ball. They got a chance to tie this game.
Michael Jones, a Raider project, shifted to linebacker, sent to Sacramento to try and learn the position. And Johnson's cadence creates some movement up front. Got about 4 of these Sacramento people moving at the same time.
Well, that was a big play because they're going to go half the distance to the goal line, which is still 5 yards. The big thing there is that 1st and 10 on the goal line or 1st and goal on the 10 is not a very tough to score from there. But 1st and 5 on the other hand, pretty good place to be. So that was a big play for them.
So now we're going to have a caucus. And the man in the white hat is the super delegate, Jerry Austin.
Encroachment defense, 5 yards, still 1st down.
That's a big play. Now they've got a tremendous, now they've got a, Sacramento has to really gang up and try to stop the inside run.
25 look.
Here we go. 25 look off tackle to Ivory Lee Brown. Last time they put it right in the end zone.
Bears! Red Dog 1-3.
Red Dog means they're coming with some people. They're going to try to get him in the backfield. If they don't get him in the backfield, I don't think they'll get him.
Quick count, Brown is hit. Ivory Lee Brown was stood up right away, and it looked like it was Gerhardt, Tom Gerhardt.
We're going to see, we may get a camera, a helmet cam look at this. He came right at Gerhardt, and he jumped right in his way and made a good tackle. This is watch Gerhardt, look here comes the ball, and boom, right there, Gerhardt makes the stop on him. Nice job. That's along with the middle back, too.
Jones there. Ball is now 4-yard line. Brown outside. Got to the 3, maybe the 2. Mike Sinclair. 75 on the tackle.
They can get a 1st down here.
Here's Jim Hazard. They're coming. What Jim's doing is looking across the field, seeing San Antonio sending in their wide receivers.
13 seam.
53 quick, 13.
So he sends in his pass defenders. The pass play is 53 quick. We're going to see a quick slant or a quick pass. See what happens.
San Antonio can get a 1st down here. They get a 1st down at the 1. And it's scored. Touchdown to Ronnie Williams.
That looked to me like an NBA, just Michael Ewing in the post throwing him the ball, and he kind of walled the guy off. They'll go for 2 here to try to get the score back to even.
Mike, 53 quick. Rabbit.
There's the touchdown again. Just a 1-step drop there to Ronnie Williams.
Boy, that's a big man that's a little man trying to cover a big man. They're going to come back with the same play now, basically the same idea for 2 points.
And that's caught by Darryl Colbert, who's hoping that that'll help his team shovel off to the playoffs. So we are tied as the Riders score and convert the 2. An 80-yard drive by San Antonio. Well, right now, the people that are most concerned about this score are in Birmingham. The only way the Birmingham Fire can be eliminated from the playoff chase tonight is if this game ends up in a tie. If it ends up in a tie, because of a complicated tie-breaking system, both of these teams would make the playoffs, and Birmingham's out no matter what they do tomorrow.
Well, let's don't think about that. Somebody's going to win this football game, and it's going to come down to the last play. That was a nice-looking drive, and a couple of great calls by Mike Riley down here. They have an excellent quick game down on the goal line. They go to it, and they pretty much took the initiative away from Sacramento there. We got to look at Jim Haslett being very upset. I think he knew it was coming. He just couldn't get his people to defend that very quick pass.
Ronnie Williams caught 3 last week in Frankfurt. San Antonio had 583 yards of offense. Jim Haslett now, the defensive coordinator, who's trying to regroup after an 80-yard drive by the Riders.
Defensive coordinators have a tough life. You know, the stress on a defensive coordinator is as much as anybody on the field. Somebody did a survey once, and the pulse rate of defensive coordinators was about 40% higher than offensive coordinators. So that gives you an idea how tough their life can be.
Adams brings us out of the end zone. And Adams out to the 25, where Sacramento will put it in play tomorrow. A USA world premiere movie. Can a psychic prove his fatal visions aren't all in his head? Michael Murray and Catherine Mary Stewart star in Psychic, a USA world premiere movie tomorrow night at 7, 6 Central. Drive just completed by the Riders to tie the game. And now David Archer back out with 3:53 to play in the first half. Plenty of time for Sacramento. And all the Surge has done is go 80 and 87 yards for touchdowns on their last 2 possessions. 34 set! 360! 360! Cut! Pringle back for Sacramento. Reverses his speed. And a nice run for a first down.
Well, Sacramento's going on the theory, if it works, keep going to it, because that's the 4th time now they've run that same play on first down and have had great success.
Their first down yardage in this half is very high.
Strong right.
Here we look at the safety man having to close. I'm always impressed on how fast the game is when you see it in the eyes of the player. Things happen quick.
You feel it. Especially with the safeties tonight. You can really feel it because you see it coming. Archer had a man. He had all the time, and he had a man, but he couldn't hit Pringle, and he got decked by Rob White as he threw that ball. Let's go to Michael Barkan.
Ned, with a man who started the first 3 games at quarterback for the Riders, Brad Gable, who was allocated from the Philadelphia Eagles, and since then, no go. You were injured, and now you're back up. How have you dealt with that?
I've adjusted to it. It was tough at first. You know, I wanted to come down here and get some playing time, but, you know, Mike's doing a great job, and we're winning football games. And I told Coach Riley, you know, whenever he needs me, I'll be ready.
After the success of Scott Mitchell and now with David Archer on the opposite sidelines, how do you think this may hurt you when you go back to the Eagles, not playing?
I don't think it'll hurt me. You know, I came down here expecting to play, but I'm bettering myself. I'm getting to practice a lot, and it's been fun. I look forward to going back to Philadelphia and playing pretty well when I go back.
All right, good luck to you, Brad.
Right,
thanks.
And of course, when Brad Gable goes back to Philadelphia, David Archer may be going there as well. The Eagles own his rights.
Spread, 539 each option.
Right, now it's 3rd and 10.
Right there,
Run spread right. Little.
That is called slide black.
Slide black. Slide black.
Black.
Walk on it, Terrence! Walk! 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 Terrence, walk!
His pulse count's higher than 40%, John, I tell you. Oh, that was a pick that was dropped by Patrick Hinton. Right in his hands.
Well, David Archer waited as long as he could. That was excellent coverage, and he was waiting for somebody to get open, and it didn't happen.
Here, we better get around here. We're going to be...
Wasn't that a great look at? Here's a look at David. Now the linebacker's responding very well. The ball's thrown a little behind the receiver. Almost an interception. That's just excellent coverage.
Somewhere back in his youth, they probably said Patrick Hinton's got to be a linebacker. He tried catching the ball like that. Denise with the punt, and Colbert. Ball looked like it floated on him a bit at the end. He had to make a bit of a dangerous catch. But San Antonio will take it with 2:53 to play in the half, tied at 14.
Ted, wasn't that a great look at the defensive coordinator calmly sending in that defense, slide black, I think it was, then seeing the offensive formation and immediately panicked. Say, look out for this. But his guys did an outstanding job, and they got the ball back.
Greg Newhouse doesn't look like a defensive coordinator. His physical stature, he looks like he'd be more like a triathlete. But his intensity level is incredible.
And he has the league's leading defense, and it's a very well conceived defense.
Give is to Brown. Oh, they almost got that ball out of there. That was Junior Robinson. And that ball was squirting out, but Brown managed to hang on and get to the 30-yard line for another first down.
Here's a look at Brown. He's an excellent finesse runner. You know, he's 250 pounds, and he looks like a power runner. But he's a guy that almost loses the football. Here's what he almost did. But he's good in the open, and he's not as powerful a runner as he looks to be. You know, he's more of a finesse guy.
Got 67 yards already. I'd be checking in to stick him after seeing him hang on to that ball.
There we saw him coming off a tackle and looking like a power runner. I think that's what he needs as he thinks about looking ahead to his NFL.
What do you think, Tom?
I think we should go with Rabbit right now, huh, Mike? 2 minutes?
Yeah. Mike Riley talking to Tommy Lee upstairs. Two well-coached teams here meeting for the championship of the North American West. 2 minutes to go in the first half.
Double, double your refreshment. Double, double your enjoyment. Oh, no single gum, double freshens your mouth like double mint gum. Double, double your refreshment. Double, double your delightment. Oh, no single gum, double freshens your mouth like double fresh, double good. Come on and double it, double mint gum.
There's no single gum like it.
At the first tickly itch of athlete's foot, Desonex. Do not stall. Desonex intercepts athlete's foot before it turns ugly. Killing those grungy fungi before they get cracking and burning. All you hard chargers, Desonex knows you. Stall no longer, please. There's a can at the store with your salvation in it. Come get it, or else don't blame Desonex.
If you don't like the looks of your car, shoot it with Son of a Gun from STP. Shoot the dash, seats, tires, and roof. Son of a Gun protector. Man, what a difference.
To me, when a woman sweats, it just isn't sexy.
Of course a guy's gonna sweat sometimes, but when you're close, who wants a guy that smells?
Get closer with Arid Extra Extra Dry, the anti-odor, antiperspirant.
I trust Arid.
The score is tied. The total yards are virtually even. The game has been even, and it has gone, John, really gone according to form.
It really has, Ted. I think both coaches have got to go in at halftime, if nothing else happens here, and say, hey, this game's just the way we said it was going to be, and they're both doing what they thought they could do.
Second down for San Antonio. They need 6. Oh, good play to Richard, and look at the room. Run out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
Well, that time what they did is brought the back out of the backfield. Sacramento was trying to play man coverage with 1-3 safety, and they got confused on the blitz, and nobody picked him up. And he was wide open in the middle.
56 yards on the pass to Cisco Richard, who only joined this team 4 weeks ago.
There's the quick throw. Nobody's got him. I think it was Mike Jones who was supposed to have him and didn't pick him up. Now you see Richard turn loose and taking the ball all the way down. He gets good blocking from the receivers. That's something receivers don't like to do. But here we get a look at him now, a chance to score.
First and goal, and Brown runs into the block, being thrown by his own man. And it was Donta Whitaker, the tight end, who was blocking. Brown ran into that block and goes down for a loss.
Again, I think that's Brown's tendency to take the ball outside. I think he had something up the middle, but sometimes runners make up their mind before the play where they think it's going, and that time it wasn't going where he thought it was going, and he lost the yard. He's made some excellent runs. That was not one.
52 quick 06 on one. Right.
Here are the wide receivers in the game. There's that 52 now. That's the quick pass over on the left side.
confusion here. And Mike Johnson has to take a timeout. Play clock down to 2. And Ivory Lee Brown was not sure whether or not he was even supposed to be on the field. So San Antonio now down to 1 timeout. Second and goal.
We respected what Phil was doing, but we weren't going to let him know that.
Look, if you want to work out, lift weights. Like a normal person, huh? Ride a bicycle.
Or swim.
Yeah, go bowling or do something.
Something safe.
Just be there, all right?
Only one beer has the taste as genuine as the people who drink it. Budweiser.
That was cool. Yeah, that was great. That was crazy.
Well, it's being played with the intensity of a playoff game, and in reality, that is the case. The loser of this game tonight is going to have an ugly day sitting around tomorrow. See if they make the playoffs.
Flex, 52 quick, 0-6 on 1. Rick.
52 quick. I think it's that same pattern that they scored the touchdown and then a two-point conversion, except I think it's going up on top now.
Oh, a dangerous pass, and it's almost picked off by Tracy Perkins.
Did you see that time, Ted? He just didn't get the ball off with the same quickness that he had the other two. He was slower, gave the defense a chance to react. Now, before that ball's off. But he waits. Now the defensive player comes up, almost makes an interception. Quick passing game has to be thrown on a 2-step or 3-step drop. After that, it pretty much falls apart.
Parker doesn't run it.
Go! Third and goal at the 11. Wow, tough defensive coverage and an incompletion. Ball is ruled incomplete. And that'll force the Riders less than a minute to play in the half to keep the field goal. Wayne Walker, the receiver, Perkins, the defender.
Did he? Looks like it.
All right. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a quarterback draw here now. He's going to have everybody spread out. Third down, quarterback draw, and then go to the, whoops, it's fourth down. That shows you how sometimes coaches don't know what down it is.
Jim Gallery.
Now they got to go with the field goal.
Jim Gallery hopes he has just a little bit of draw on this one. Started at the right, upright, just draw it nicely back through the middle. Well, you see Gallery, who missed his first extra point of the year in the first quarter, has not missed from this distance.
Well, he let that clock run down to the last possible second to get as much time off the clock as possible, so Dave Archer doesn't have too much of a chance.
Or was he? Daryl, did he play you outside?
Yeah.
Riders now are out of timeouts.
Anybody inside?
Yeah, the safety, but he hooked it. Right to throw it around somebody's, around a lineman. Yeah, I mean, the lineman's right here to throw it to the side. That's why I was right there.
There's that stress that you see there when the play doesn't quite work.
Side bite on him. I saw him sneak it over the touch.
He's pretty stressed out, too.
Well, I think it's a very tense football game as it goes on. We're seeing, but neither defense is really in control. Both offenses are making big plays.
We've had 3 80-yard drives, and this one's a 70-yard drive so far, just in the first half. And now Gallery trying to give the Riders the lead. 59 yards. Ken Sullivan is the holder. Gallery is perfect. 7 for 7 from that distance.
We got a flag in the middle. That's going to be a personal foul on the defense, I think.
Wow.
Illegal use of hands, defense.
You know, it's ironic. Hendy Anasich, the man that called this play, called that same play against the Rams in a very crucial game. Gave a team a first down, and then they went in for a touchdown. Mike Riley's got a decision now. He has a chance to get a first down and go for 7, or leave the 3 points on the board.
Illegal use of hands by the defense. Half a distance to the goal, first down.
He's going to take it and go for the touchdown.
Whoa, what a crushing penalty.
All right, they got a first down.
It'll be first and goal inside the 6-yard line.
What that penalty was is the rushers got their hands in the offensive lineman's face and kept pushing. I remember at this particular circumstances, my game, I was really upset and was yelling and screaming when I saw the film. Hendy had made the right call. I phoned him the next week and apologized, but I'm still mad. but he made the right call.
Kay Stevenson internalized that stress, so now the Riders have a chance to go back to the end zone. Johnson got it. Whitaker for a touchdown.
I give that touchdown to Mike Riley. Now, he was the guy that took those 3 points off the board. You've heard people forever say, don't take points off the board. Mike took 3 off the board and promptly gets 7 right here. Again, the same play. They run that quick passing game down there, and they love the big tight ends down there, and that's an outstanding catch by Whitaker.
Well, I like Mike Riley. If you have any confidence at all in your offense, you have to take a first and goal. And they score 6. And Gallery makes it 7. Well, the closing minutes of the half have really not been favorable to Sacramento this year, and the Riders have scored twice in the last 3 minutes. They now lead the game 21-14.
Here we get a look at the helmet cam. You see the tight end breaking inside. Somebody had to stay in there with him. Again, there was uncertainty on the defense. Both men stepped a little too far outside. We saw Gerhardt let the man inside, let him get position. Bang, that ball was on him before he had a chance to react. Touchdown.
Well, each team has had 2 drives of at least 80 yards in this half. It has been offense that has told the story, and the Riders
and Ted, this half isn't over yet. Yeah. Now with David Archer on the other side, they've got a chance to take this down and see what they can do with it. This game's going to be a game again that's going to have a lot of twists and turns to it.
Let's go 999 F quote 54. If we hit it, we'll go get 54. If not, we'll call another play.
This is one of those games, too, I imagine, John, that you go in the locker room at halftime and the offense is on one side, and they're looking over at the other side of the defense. Would you guys stop somebody?
Well, I think they all feel the pressure, and I think they know that if you don't move the ball every chance you have it, you're in trouble.
Sacramento. Whoa, we get a little fierceness on the kick coverage team, but it separates before anything else happens, and 53 seconds for Sacramento from the 20-yard line. Well, we're 2 Saturdays away from World Bowl 92, and USA will have exclusive coverage from Olympic Stadium in Montreal. World League World Bowl, June 6th. You'll see it live at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, only on USA.
Well, I think Sacramento has a 4 wide receiver situation. No, they don't. They're coming up with, there are 4 wide receivers. Now we're going to have...
Archer dumps it out. Burst has a lot of room. Breaking tackles, and Tony Burst out the 37-yard line. So 17 yards on that play. A momentary stoppage of the clock.
Clock stops in the World League on first down, so that gives them just enough time to place the ball. Now, as you see, the clock starts again. 4-3 set, 2.
Now you have to take a timeout. Pass caught there by Stock for a gain of 4, and timeout with 32 seconds left. Still gives Sacramento 2 timeouts.
They've got plenty of time to move the ball down. They've got to find something in the middle. One of the things that people love to do here is push receivers up and then bring an outside receiver on a dig pattern underneath them.
Here with Dallas left, right side. Run Dallas left, and let's go. Tell him to lock him out now. We got a shot at him. Hell of a shot at me. Let's go 982 at the corner. There you go. 982 at the corner. And if we hit it, we're going to have to call timeout to be down the field, okay?
Well, if I throw it underneath, you want to burn a TO anyway.
Yeah.
Packers got that number 2 all the way, right?
94's got him now.
Okay.
Now you see the strategy going on between each side now.
He's playing buck.
Sacramento's running one inside receiver on a corner and another receiver on a drag across the middle, short across the middle. I think David's going to try to find either a front.
360! Adams is the slot receiver on the left. Here comes the man back, and it's Stock. Nice move wheeling to the sideline, but he cannot get out of bounds. Now the clock stops for a moment, and Sacramento will take a timeout. They get a first down on the play, but they'll take a timeout anyway at 23 seconds. But now they're within one pass of having a shot at a field goal.
Definitely, and they've got one more timeout left, and they have a chance to get about a 15-yard gain, and they got a shot at it.
Way to go.
Let's listen to what Kay's going to call here.
Big man right, and go big man X cross, or we still got a timeout left. I want to try to get in field goal range here. I'll tell you what, let's do. Let's go 771. Fullback post. Gun Dallas, 771. Fullback post.
Good one. Good one.
771. I think the 7 pattern is all deep outbreaking patterns. Fullback post, they're trying to find somebody in the middle. If you get that ball thrown, there's a soft spot in most prevent-type defenses down the middle at about between 15 and 20 yards, and I think that's what they're looking for here, to get it down in somewhere around the 30, get that clock stopped, kill the ball, then maybe take one more shot, try a field goal.
34 set! 360! 360! From the 48 of San Antonio. That's Parker. And is that a catch? Yes! Fine! No, they're going to call that out of bounds. Well, Parker and Sacramento got away with one earlier, and this one they don't get.
Now they're at 17. We get a look now. We're going to get a look in the corner. Now, Dave Parker's got to forget about that and get back in the huddle and get the next play going. Here we get a look at it. He's up in the air.
Wow, that's horrible.
Now, that's just a terrible call.
Wow, that is horrible. How can you miss that?
And that call means points there. That's a call that just took points away.
He was not out of bounds. He caught the damn thing inside.
No, that's not even close.
Unless he was bobbling the ball and we couldn't see it.
Inside to Stock, and well, they're not really close enough, though. That's only to the 37-yard line. 11 seconds, that's the last timeout, so
well, what he did is gives him a chance now, Ted. If they complete one more and get the ball out of bounds, then they got a chance at a field goal. They're down to that. They could conceivably, you know, it's too bad that they lost that catch. That was I think, from the angle that we had to look at it. Here we'll see it again. He's got to have both feet in bounds.
He's got a man on him, remember.
He's clearly the knees. Yeah, that's a catch. That's definitely a catch unless he bobbled the football. But that calls.
No, he didn't bobble it. That was clear.
The official made an emphatic call like he thought he knew what he was doing, but I think he made an error.
A 989 F out. Oh, okay. F out. And 50 out in part of the 9. Take a look, see if we got the 9. 989 F out. That'll be ready to catch it. Get out of bounds.
What he's thinking here, 9s. That's throwing it in the end zone for a touchdown. They're trying to put a guy deep on either outside and a guy deep down the middle and a fullback out in the flat.
989 F out on one-on-one. Ready? 10 yards.
One man's running it out to get out of bounds. The others are going for touchdown.
34 set. 360. 360. Cut. Oh, it's wide open. Nice catch and play by Stock. And he was clearly in there, and that'll give Sacramento a chance to kick the field goal at the 15-yard line.
Dad, that's great quarterbacking there. He took his time. It was a prevent defensive zone. He held it long enough. Great catch. Nice job of keeping his feet in. He was definitely going to keep his feet in that time. Yeah. And I think if that referee or that official would have called it out, they'd have gone down and shot him there.
Well, the new kicker for Sacramento, Kerry Blanchard. This is his 4th week with the team. This will be 33 yards. Oh, and he missed it. Wow, is that heartbreaking for Sacramento to move the ball down and hit a big play like that, and the kicker who was brought in, hopefully to improve their placements, misses badly from 33.
Didn't it look like he just aimed it out there, didn't it? I mean, just didn't look like he had the alignment right. And, you know, that looks like a my 9-iron shot to the green sometimes. It goes right in that trap.
He didn't have any draw on that ball.
No, he really didn't.
Wow. Well, it was a big end to the first half for San Antonio, and they dodge a final bullet to lead 21-14. Let's find Michael Barkan.
Right here with head coach Mike Riley. You breathe a sigh of relief after a drive like that?
Yeah, they really do a good job. Archer
and the receivers are moving the ball very well. We were fortunate to come out without them getting a field goal.
Nonetheless, you're down 14-6. You got to be happy with the lead you have.
Yeah, we came back real well, and we feel like we need all the points we can get against that offense, so we're trying to take every advantage we can.
A couple things real quick. You went for 2. No question in your mind after your second touchdown to tie that right then?
Well, we wanted to get the point back from the missed extra point, put it on an even kill as the game went along.
Also, you took points back off the board. You went for it.
I know that's not always very smart, but again, we want to try to take advantage of all the points we can against this team. I think they can score points, and when we have opportunities, we need to take advantage.
Good luck second half. 30 minutes away from a championship. Back to you, John. Ted.
The Budweiser halftime report will run down the World League playoff lineup. That's coming up next on USA.
Mission: create the ultimate automobile polish. Establish the new definition of shine, the new standard for protection. Mission accomplished. Liquid Crystal, the most technologically advanced automobile polish ever made. Liquid Crystal was applied to this 1982 Blazer with no rubbing, no buffing. Its showroom shine is instantly restored. After polishing with Liquid Crystal, this car was put through a car wash 104 times. 2 years worth of car washings, and water still beads. Liquid Crystal will give your car unequaled protection and an extraordinary deep gloss shine nothing on the street can beat. Try Liquid Crystal. If you don't agree that it shines and protects better than any car wax you've ever used, we'll send you your money back. Liquid Crystal automobile polish. Quite simply, the best shine and protection money can buy.
If you want to paint like a professional painter, you need to develop all 5 senses. Your sense of color, your sense of balance, your sense of pride and craftsmanship, and most importantly, your sense of direction. There's only one paint this good, and there's only one place you can get it. The pros know. Ask Sherwin-Williams.
Few more things you can do for $5 a day. Pay a horrendous library fine. Enjoy 3 pain-filled minutes of physical training with an ex-paratrooper. Get a couple of tacos. Lease a Honda Accord LX for 24 months. Once again, I recommend leasing the Honda Accord LX for 24 months. The Try Honda $5 a day leasing program. It comes to only $149 a month. Offer ends soon.
The Budweiser Halftime Report is brought to you by Budweiser, the king of beer. With that clean, crisp, cold taste, nothing beats a Bud.
Halftime on a warm spring night in Texas, and the San Antonio Riders played well at the end of the first half to regain the lead, 21-14, over the Sacramento Surge. Well, John, that's about as good a half of football as you can expect given the conditions and the importance of this game.
Absolutely, and both teams were able to do the things that they wanted to do. When we came on it before the game, we said San Antonio wanted to run the half. Sacramento wanted to feature Dave Archer the half. It's a very close football game, and I think if the second half can live up to the first half, we're going to have a great game.
I think, John, we should share now with everybody the terrific work you've done, the concentrated work you've done all week, memorizing the myriad of playoff possibilities in the World League. John has been an absolute monster. He's taken to this thing as his first time through this just wonderfully. So let's take a look at who's going to make the playoffs how in the North American West Division. Now, the San Antonio Riders win the division tonight and get a home game next week. If they win this game, they also clinch the division title if they tie this game. And even if they lose this game, they're the wild card team if Birmingham loses tomorrow at Columbus. Basically, the same scenario applies to Sacramento. A win here tonight, they clinch the divisional title. They clinch the wild card berth if this game ends in a tie or if Birmingham loses tomorrow. Birmingham controls their own destiny. They are the wild card team if they win tomorrow. The only way that cannot happen is if this game tonight ends up in a tie. So Birmingham is rooting like crazy for somebody to get an odd number here, and this game won't end up in a tie. Anyway, we will be with you next Saturday night from the Citrus Bowl in Orlando. The Thunder, who won the North American East, will host the wild card team, one of the threesome that survives in the North American West. Then next Sunday, Barcelona, champions of the European division, will play the champion of the North American West. They'll be either here in San Marcos or at Sacramento. And the funny thing, John, is that the three teams in the West are playing the best football right now. One of them is not even going to be in the playoffs. The two division champs that clinched early, Orlando and Barcelona, kind of struggling going into the playoffs.
Well, the one good thing, though, the team that wins from now on keeps playing, and the team that loses is out. And that's the way it should be. I think this is great for the league that this many good teams are involved. I think Orlando's a good team. Barcelona's been struggling, but they play good defense and could come back. And these are two very fine teams playing here tonight.
Now, Barcelona and Orlando played today, by the way, and Orlando won that game. They survived a last-second field goal shot to win it 13-10. We'll come back with first-half highlights in just a moment.
We were all tied up on the Delacorte case, unable to identify the mystery blonde. Luckily, Louis was back. A Freedom Zoom camera.
With Minolta's unique eye start, Freedom starts zooming before it even meets your eye. So, when you can't get to the picture, Freedom zooms the picture to you. And fast. Shoot!
Look at this. It's our secretary. Looks like she takes more than dictation.
Americans choose the freedom to zoom.
Only from the mind of Minolta.
A striped toothpaste that fights tartar? Come on.
That's the way I like it.
I need proof it works.
That's the way I like it.
So I asked our dentist about Aquafresh.
Those Aquafresh stripes really fight. Aquafresh with powerful fluoride fights cavities, fights plaque, and fights ugly tartar. All concentrated in the only toothpaste striped to fight.
It works. They like it. I'll buy it.
Aquafresh, the one they like is striped to fight.
I like it.
At universities like this, clinical studies prove there's a way to lose weight simply and effectively without caffeine or caffeine nervousness. It's Dexatrim. Dexatrim helps you control your appetite so you can lose weight without feeling hungry. And no other weight loss product has more published medical studies to show that it works. In fact, studies prove that 4 out of 5 people lost weight with Dexatrim. Now that's powerful proof.
Dexatrim, medically proven to help you lose weight.
The legendary Train Climatough compressor, stout heart of Train air conditioners. In a test like this, engineers have been pushing a Train compressor to its limits, trying to make it fail. They've been trying and trying for over 20 years. Designed, tested, and manufactured to last. It's hard to stop a train.
Back in San Marcos, Texas, San Antonio leading Sacramento 21-14. At halftime, the winner is in the playoffs. The loser has to sit around and wait and see what happens with Birmingham tomorrow. John, we talked at the outset. San Antonio likes to run it. Sacramento likes to throw it. Both teams did that in the first half and were able to move the football.
Absolutely. I think both coaches are in at halftime saying, hey, things are fine. Just keep doing what we do. We've got a whole quarter of highlights here for us. First of all, Ivy Lee Brown just takes it in the end zone like it's going to be real easy for him. The San Antonio line did what they wanted to the Sacramento front, scored the first touchdown.
That made it 6-0 for the Riders, but then Sacramento put together back-to-back 80-yard drives. Here's how the first one ended.
Tony Burst makes a nice job of faking the man, getting in, this is Doug DuBois, rather, does a nice job of putting the ball in the end zone on a draw play. Once you get the passing going, the draws start working for you.
Now this will be
here's a look at Tony Burst. Quick pass in the flat. Now Tony Burst is going to do a great job of avoiding tacklers, running over tacklers, making another guy miss. He did it all there in that run and got it down to the 1.
And then to polish off the drive, Doug DuBois again.
Again, Doug DuBois is doing a great job. Stiff arms the outside linebacker Williams and just walks in the end zone.
Now Sacramento had a 14-6 lead, but then the Riders came back with an 80-yard drive.
And now we see the Riders' quick game. Big pass to the big tight end for a touchdown. Now they come right back to the same kind of a pass for the 2-point conversion. Throw it to the wide receiver. This almost is starting to look like replays here, but this is what they do in the goal line, and they're very good at it. Now we're going to see them later in the half on a penalty that they had kicked a field goal. They took the penalty off the board. Mike Riley goes back to the same play. Nice job. Whitaker's the man this time. Touchdown.
And, of course, what we don't see there, the mistakes. Sacramento commits a penalty on a field goal. That cost them 7, and they missed a 33-yard field goal in the last play.
Yeah, Sacramento, and a couple of mistakes could have an even football game or a very close football game. But they've let Sacramento, and the last time they played, fell apart with 2 minutes to go in a half, too. They got to worry. When this thing gets down to 2 minutes to go in the game, they got to say, hey, man, no more of this. But it's an outstanding game.
No question. A fine first half here with a lot riding in the last game of the World League regular season. San Antonio by a touchdown. We'll have the second half for you in just a moment.
They're tiny portraits of a people with personalities as varied as our own. They sing of our heroes, echo with our history. There are as many reasons to love stamps as there are people who love them. These are stamps worth saving. Ask for the baseball stamp at your post office now.
The sands. Be a lady tonight.
How do you measure success?
Arnold Palmer for Jiffy Lube.
Not just by being the biggest, but by being the best.
45,000 cars a day get our complete 14-point service.
And by giving your best.
The performance, protection, and quality of Pennzoil.
By doing more than people expect of you.
Free fluid refills between services.
And by always being there. At Jiffy Lube, we do your car a great service.
Budweiser Halftime Report has been brought to you by Budweiser, the king of beers. With that clean, crisp, cold taste, nothing beats a Bud.
So as we come back to San Marcos, Texas, the Riders fans happy. They enjoyed a little country western halftime display. I think a direct descendant of Jerry Lee Lewis, a young gentleman about 6 years old, belting out great balls of fire. Look at the numbers now, other than the score. And San Antonio ran it a little bit better. Sacramento passed it a bit better, but everything pretty even.
Very even, except for the score. There's a little difference there.
One score difference, but San Antonio, and of course, the missed field goal by Sacramento, even more crucial because the Riders get the ball here to start the second half.
Ted, you know, momentum has a way of changing at halftime. Sometimes the things that you do with such clarity in the first half can get kind of fuzzy in the second half, or the defense can begin to change on you and you just don't respond. It's really interesting. The first series of downs for each team coming out in the third quarter tells a lot about what's going to happen, I think, in the second half.
Another interesting thing, in the first game these teams played, Sacramento only sacked Mike Johnson one time. They didn't get him at all in the first half. And Sacramento's a big sacking team. Here's Brown. And Ivory Lee Brown goes for 17 on the first play of the half.
Well, again, we got a clue of what they want to do. They want to do the same things they did early.
26 counter down. 26 counter down.
They're using the two big tight ends in the game and having great success.
Tuesday.
26 counter is a counter coming back to the right. All right. Start one way and then bring the ball back the other way.
To the right.
Yeah. Ready. Set.
Now there's movement there, though, and that time Whitaker moved for San Antonio, and the Sacramento people reacted.
I think both teams kind of jumped at the same time. This is one of those things they ought to say, hey, forget about it. But they're not going to.
For the snap, number 85, false start, 5 yards, still first down.
So Whitaker drawing Sacramento off. That cost the Riders 5. San Antonio had a great game last week at Frankfurt with everything except penalties. They committed 12 penalties last week. Still won the game easily.
Go. Ready. Set.
Looked Like somebody moved there, but no flags are down. Instead, it's a handoff inside. Just a couple of yards for Ivory Lee Brown.
The running team needs success on first down. When you get a penalty on first down, it really starts to throw you off. That time they ran a play that looked like it didn't have much thought behind it, and it really wasn't very successful on it.
Ball now at the 34-yard line.
Go!
Second down at 14. Staying with two tight ends, and Brown is hit for a loss. Ball loose, picked up by Sacramento. And it's Basil Proctor with it, and the Surge in business at the 15-yard line.
Well, that was a big play. The defensive end came roaring in from Sacramento, and Mike Sinclair made just an outstanding play, caused the fumble. See, Mike attack the blocker, get under him. Now the runner runs into both of them.
Top of the defense.
Actually, it looked like the ground may have caused that fumble, but if they're going to give credit to somebody, they ought to give it to Mike Sinclair. We have the first big turnover of the game. Put Sacramento in great play.
At the 15-yard line of the Riders, and Sacramento now trying to tie it up. Pringle is the lone setback. Two tight ends. Pringle trying to cut back. Stumbles at the line and falls forward to the 12.
It's really important for San Antonio to make a stand here.
Good running, baby. Good running.
If they can force them in to settle for 3 points, I think that'll be an important achievement for them. Now, Case Stevenson has to come with it.
Fly north, right, waggle left, 3 post.
What we're doing now is we're faking a run, and we're having Waggle as the quarterback coming out on a bootleg type pass.
In the huddle listening, they're going to run the ball, either sprint draw or try to hit the tight end.
390 down and 6. Oh, Archer had a man open, Paul Green, and the ball misfires. That was 6.
He had him. There was somebody right in the line of vision there that I think David was trying to get the ball around.
Hey, we're going
Green
purple.
Just sat there. As a receiver, when you turn and face the quarterback, if there's some guy standing in your way, you got to keep moving. Here we get a look at it from Dave Archer's standpoint. See him try to throw the football, leading Green. Green is stopping, and that's where they misfire.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to keep it away from Tim Walton, the linebacker.
He was.
34. All right, it's 3rd down and 6 now. The Surge wanted to capitalize on the game's first turnover. Pressure on Archer. Now throws it. That's caught, and that will be a first down for Sacramento. Oh, yeah, big play there by Archer. He hits, I believe it's Mark Stock. It is Stock inside the 5. It'll be 1st and goal, Sacramento.
Great play by Archer, Ted. He was in trouble from the very beginning there. Here we're going to get a look at it.
You're right.
We get a look at Archer just running for his life, just trying to hang on. Now he gets his eyes up, body going the wrong way. He finds the receiver. Boy, that's big-time quarterback play there. That play was headed for disaster, and he saved it. Got him a first down and a chance at 6 points.
Sacramento now with 2 tight ends. Jared Johnson, an offensive lineman, is an eligible receiver. There's no hole there at all for Pringle. And he lost yardage. Chris Oldham out of the secondary made the first hit for San Antonio and Greg Newhouse's defense.
Rip call. They're going to throw. They're going to throw, Greg.
It's hard to find room against this San Antonio defense, you know. And I think Case Stevens ought to think about Doug Du Bois. He did a great job down here running with the ball.
Let's go. Purple. 836. H angle.
All right, now San Antonio thinks they're going to pass. Was that a pass play?
That's a pass play call. H angle is going to be a slant inside.
4-3 set. 360.
2nd and goal.
360. Cut.
Wow. That one was, I believe, going to Carl Parker, but there were a lot of red shirts around it.
Well, they had a zone defense back there. When you play zone down that close to the goal line, there isn't much room. As you saw that time, they were just bodies standing there. It looks like a zone in basketball. There's just a lot of guys between you and where you want to go.
Switch. Money.
Fly, black money. Fly.
That's the defensive call.
Black money.
Again, Dave Archer's got to try to find one of those receivers quickly.
360.
4 wide receivers on 3rd and goal. Nobody open. Flag down. That could be devastating to Sacramento. And Burst catches the ball, and he fumbles it out of bounds, but there was a flag thrown in what you would expect to be a holding area.
Down here in the goal line, if you don't get the ball thrown quickly, bad things start happening, and bad things happened to Sacramento that time. First of all, a penalty, holding penalty, and then...
I hope they take it.
Case says they hope they take it. They're not going to take that one. I think they're going to make him kick the field goal.
Good shape.
I better than that's it.
Fourth down. Take fourth down.
Holding number 72 of the offense. The penalty is declined. Fourth down.
So Buddenberg on the left side was the man flagged. And this will force Sacramento to try and kick a field goal.
We get a look at Buddenberg there. Now he does a good job against the initial lineman, but then they have a stunt, and Buddenberg feels like he's going to be beaten and just reaches out and grabs him. That was a good call by the umpire.
Well, Blanchard missed one at the end of the first half. This one's 28 yards. Archer the holder. And the kick is good. Well, it's 3 for Sacramento, but in essence, the moral victory to San Antonio. They survived a fumble deep in their territory. Come away still with the lead.
Fresh, pure, and natural. The only beer with the genuine taste of the king of beers, Budweiser.
How's that?
Great! I like these the best.
You got it.
I always tell my customers, be sure to take your credit card receipts. I should have listened to myself. Citibank for me? The other day I got a call from Citibank. Hello? Seems somebody charged some pretty fancy stuff on my card number. Citibank suspected fraud, but they said I wouldn't be responsible for the charges. I've seen Citibank look out for my customers. Seems they're also looking out for me.
Not just Visa, Citibank Visa.
What? You gotta be kidding me! Have you ever wanted to call the play? Well, now's your chance because you're the coach. Play the game. Make the big call. Be the game-winning coach. Call now. You can show the coaches how to do it. Use your best strategy to win the big game. You call the play.
Now that's how to call a play.
If you know football, call 1-900-773-2255. $2.69 per minute, adults only.
San Antonio leading by 4 after a 28-yard field goal by Sacramento's Kerry Blanchard.
Well, Ted, we saw a good look at the San Antonio defense. They had to go out there with the ball on their 15, and they stopped them, which was an excellent defensive stand for them. It protects the lead and gives them their offense another chance to move the ball. That was good defense.
There's a look at kick coverage through helmet cams. Tom Gerhardt. This kick is going to be run back by Dixon about 3 yards deep. And he does not make the 20. Run out at the 18. Michael Barkan.
With former Buffalo Bills quarterback Joe Ferguson, and I know you're good friends with Kay Stevenson because of your years together in Buffalo. And what do you think of the job he's done, and what do you think of all this?
Well, Kay's a very thorough, very intense person. He's going to do a good job wherever he's at. If he can get his players fired up, get them going here, I think they'll win this ball game. But Kay's always been very intent and very serious about what he's doing.
What was the halftime talk like?
Well, I didn't go in the locker room. I've heard it before, and I kind of had a feeling what it might be, but I'm sure it was intense.
Ready. Don't want to hear all those fireworks. Ted?
Ferguson with a great 17 years in the NFL. Oh, wow, Wayne Walker almost ran that one down.
Again, the play-action pass on first down. They went for it all, and it was there. It just misconnected by a fraction. You got to take those kind of shots, and that's the third time they've taken the shot. Watch the speed of Walker. He just basically runs by McWright. The ball just eludes his fingertips.
And that's if you notice, John, that's who they're going at, is Robert McWright.
They're definitely going on that side.
Second down now, San Antonio at their 19-yard line. Brown inside, nothing there. Wrapped up.
Not that time.
By Nate.
They got third long.
Or by George Bethune, actually.
Rabbits.
Well, sometimes, you know, when you like to take a chance on first down, but it always leaves you second and 10 and kind of uncertain. Now they go with the rabbit, which is their 4 wide receivers. Now they're going back to that passing game.
Jump, last, Jimmy. Jump.
Watch, go! Go! Ready! Set up! 4-man rush on 3rd and 8. Johnson to run. And he doesn't get it. And great sounding tackle by Michael Jones with some help. That'll force the Riders to punt. That's a nice comeback for the Sacramento defense. Get a 3 and out right after the disappointment of having to settle for a field goal.
Absolutely, and that's you know, I think this game, Ted's going to go back and forth all the way to the finish. The guy that makes the last, you know, big play is going to win this ball game.
Again, Gerhardt with helmet cam inside rushing the punter. Sullivan gets away another beauty. Eddie Brown with the catch. Didn't have a lot of blocking and just gets what he can before going out of bounds. 48-yard punt. Ken Sullivan's having a great night. Now we have a flag down. A flag thrown back at the spot of the punt. And it's the San Antonio side that's complaining.
Well, I think it happened after the punt.
Man from the defense was blocked into the kicker. There's no foul on the kicker. After the play's over, number 94, 15 yards, grabbing a face mask and pulling the man down on the end of the run.
So that penalty will be tacked on down here at the end.
Right here's the... Well, there's no foul against Sacramento there.
Oh, he also kicked him in the face.
And there's Ledbetter getting 15 for trying to wrench him by the neck. He gets 2 points for a takedown.
This month, the Lake Edna players present the Wild West Review, and it's a must-see. And for a must-eat, try new KFC Honey Barbecue Chicken. You're going to love it.
New KFC Honey Barbecue Chicken for a limited time in Lake Edna or your neck of the woods.
Come and get new Honey Barbecue Chicken and a Pepsi, and get a free Pepsi Gotta Have It card good for discounts on everything from tennis shoes to a cruise. Get it this week only at KFC. I'm expecting a stampede.
What happened to you?
The new garage door got stuck again.
Oh.
Did you call a contractor yet?
Yes, I called the contractor. He told me to call the manufacturer, who told me to call the contractor.
It's the same old runaround we got when the front door got stuck and the windows leaked.
Don't get the runaround. At Elegant Entries, we manufacture, install, and service every door, window, and garage door we sell.
For free shop-at-home service in a location nearest you, call Elegant Entries at 1-800-482-6900.
The sand. Be a lady tonight.
Somewhere in his subconscious, a killer stalks. Michael Nuri, Psychic, tomorrow night.
Sacramento side, the defense being exhorted. We're in San Marcos, Texas, where North American West Division Championship of the World League is at stake. San Antonio with a 21-17 lead. 8:39 to play in the third quarter. And Sacramento starting with good field position. Their 44-yard line. Flea flicker. Oh, Archer put it up and it's dropped by Greg Lee. He had a pick in his hands and dropped it.
Well, they were trying for the whole bundle that time with a dipsy-doer to give the ball to the tailback who laterals it back to the quarterback.
Okay, let's go.
But they had pressure right away, and that play was doomed. Archer almost made the classic error of trying to throw the ball across the field.
Strong right, quarterback 8, wide screen left.
Sacramento's lucky to get this ball back.
Here's the fake. Try to bring the secondary up with that handoff. Now the quarterback a lot of times gets extra time, but there was pressure up the field. Archer's just sort of throwing the ball away, trying to make the big play. Here we're going to see a screen coming back to the tight end.
And it's out there to Green. He has some blocking, but actually Tim Walton got through there to prevent that from being a much bigger gain. Walton got out there quickly. The ball, though, is across midfield. As we look at what else happened today on the final day of the World League regular season, the Knights win their last 6 games, but they will not make the playoffs because of an 0-4 start. Tracy Bennett kicked a World League record field goal for Orlando, but Barcelona missed a field goal at the end of the game to force OT. And Frankfurt ended a big losing streak. In London, defending World Bowl champs, end up 2-7-1. But a big story there. Great crowds in Frankfurt all season long. A wonderful job. World League bringing American football to Germany. That's a first down for Doug Dubose to the 45 of San Antonio. You know, John, we get all caught up in, obviously this year we've seen a lot of games here in North America, but the European story, the league's incredible popularity in Europe continues to be a great story.
No question. The people love it over there, and they seem to celebrate from the beginning to the end in those games. They come out for a party, and boy, they have one.
Strong left, 93.
Doug Dubose has done an excellent job of running with the football. They had him in there 3rd and short, and he got the first down for it.
Run back weak.
I bet they thinking back, they wish they had him in there down when they had the ball down on the 4th.
No.
360, 360, hot, cut.
Nothing there, and now he's trying to make sure Dubose hangs on to the football.
There you go.
And a flag thrown.
That's good. Hey, good job.
Willie Fears and Rob White made the play, and then the ball was tossed around and the flag goes down.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 40, 15 yards.
They give Dubose 15 for that flip of the football. Officials in this league have been very, I think, very quick to call those kinds of penalties this year.
Well, I think it's, I agree with you. There have been a lot of personal fouls, but there have been a lot of stupid acts by people. You know, you play the game, no matter what you think personally, you can't indulge yourself in that kind of behavior. All he does is take his team out of a chance at 1st and 10 on the positive side of the field, now back to 2nd. I think that's going to be after the play's over. That's going to be 2nd and 23 or something.
They lost
28.
They lost 4 or 5 yards on the play, and now they'll tack 15 onto that.
Anybody that gets involved playing these games and starts playing them with their mouth.
Since the play had been whistled dead and over, the down counts. It will be 2nd down.
Wow, that's a penalty.
I'm going to send in 4, and let's go gun left swap.
I like Case Stevenson's determination. He doesn't get wrapped up in the emotions of the penalties.
2nd down.
Well, the play caller can't do that. He can't spend time thinking about the official. If you're the head coach and calling plays, you just got to forget about everything.
608 810 on 1-on-1. That's
2nd down and 29. What a devastating penalty that can be. 6:55 to go in the 3rd. San Antonio leading 21-17.
390. Cut.
Walton coming up the middle on a blitz. It's picked up. Nope. And Archer is sacked. They picked up Walton, but they couldn't get the other people, and it's Dick Chapura, one-time Chicago Bear, that made the play.
Well, that's the result of being 2nd and 28. They take a real shot at it, come with everybody. Archer just doesn't have the time with the pattern he has called to get off. Now they're 3rd down and about $2 million to go for a first down.
Hammer 8.
38, I guess this is the right number, huh?
3rd down and 38. You had a lot of plays like this in your playbook, didn't you?
Oh, boy.
390. 4 wide receivers. San Antonio shows 5 men on the line, and now Archer. Well, they ran out of time. Archer was turning, I think, to appeal for some help, but they're going to get whistled for 5 more yards.
Get the motherfucker.
Well, Ted, here we got a case of a player getting a personal foul. He destroyed field position. He's got the crowd back in the game.
Lilly, gun spread left, Rose, 866 ATN on 1-on-1. Ready?
One
Rose.
Foolish play. woke this crowd up. And I mean, what a great thing this is for San Antonio to hear. This place almost filled, and they are screaming. 390, hot. And the safety blitzing, everybody's blitzing, and the ball is caught by Adams. And he will get to the 40. That helps the field position as the play is good for 18 yards. We've got some woofing going on the San Antonio bench. Smart play, though, by Sacramento. They got some yards back, at least, helping the field position. They'll punt now from their own 40-yard line.
Absolutely. That was an important play. It quieted the crowd down a little bit. Now gives them a chance to punt the ball inside the 20 if they get off a great kick.
John Nees to punt. Darryl Colbert is back for San Antonio. A little pressure on Nees here because Sullivan has punted so well tonight for San Antonio. He blasts one out. Colbert inside his 15. Got away from Adams. Gets away from a couple of more, and that's a big play by Colbert. He could have been trapped back inside the 15, and he made about a 20-yard run back. And they are really loving it midway through the third quarter here in Texas.
This is not what you want in a shave. Now you've got the edge. With 6 rich lubricants for less irritation, you've got the edge.
Banana George Blair does a pretty good job of staying young. We just help him out with the dash, seats, and tires of his car. There is a fountain of youth, and we own the patent, Armor All Protectant.
Bifocals? I'm gonna look just like my father. My grandfather. Wait, nobody will notice the lines if I do some cool frames. Or something. This is not working.
For those who refuse to be seen in bifocals, we offer the perfect disguise. Verilux no-line bifocals. The vision you need, the look you want, none of the lines. Call for a Verilux professional near you.
This summer in Barcelona, 12 of our best men will be bound by a common past, a common goal, and a common thread. Champion is proud to have been chosen to make the uniform for America's team. Because we understand, too, it takes a little more to make a champion.
Strike. Counter-Strike. An all-new season on USA. Tomorrow night at 10.
San Antonio by 4. Don't forget that coming up near the end of our game tonight, we'll present the Edge Helmet Cam play of the game. San Antonio now at their 31-yard line with a first down. Well, there were no receivers out there. Colbert fell down at midfield, and the ball wound up sailing harmlessly incomplete. Let's go to Michael Barkan.
With running back Doug Dubose, who had the 15-yard penalty last series, what happened on that play? Because you say it was a case of misunderstanding.
I was flipping the referee the ball, and the guy walked in front of him and hit him in the face, and the referee thought, I guess, was flipping it at him.
Bad time to get a penalty.
It sure was. You know, like I said, it was misunderstanding, and I don't know why he got it.
Okay, can you rebound back from this?
Oh, yeah. We're going to come back, and we're going to put some points on the board, definitely.
All right, Ted.
Second and 10 now. Caught underneath by Brown, but what's happened, you mentioned, John, that penalty seemed like it woke the crowd up. It woke this whole place up, and now the defense for the Surge has to come back and reestablish themselves.
Which they've done pretty well in this half. They have done a good job against the San Antonio offense.
And goal time 84, throwback. No, 84 F option, 84 F option. 84, hold on. Play it.
Those are the two calls. Mike Riley making the call that F option is the back coming out of the backfield running either inside or outside. And see him sitting back there on the 30.
They need 8 yards. Incomplete. Incomplete. Intended for Richard coming out of the backfield. Michael Jones on the coverage.
Well, you saw him trying to go to the fullback, and he just didn't have time. The fullback had a chance to be open there. He beat Mike Jones, but the ball just got there too soon.
That is consecutive 3 downs and out.
Yeah, we haven't seen much of San Antonio's offense in this half.
Eddie Brown is deep for Sacramento. Sullivan's punt, this one a little shorter. And Brown will let it hit. And it will trickle down inside the 25. Surge will get the ball. They have the only points of the third quarter. A field goal by Kerry Blanchard. So San Antonio still leads by 4.
Mission: create the ultimate automobile polish. Establish the new definition of shine, the new standard for protection. Mission accomplished. Liquid Crystal, the most technologically advanced automobile polish ever made. Liquid Crystal was applied to this 1982 Blazer with no rubbing, no buffing. Its showroom shine is instantly restored. After polishing with Liquid Crystal, this car was put through a car wash 104 times, 2 years worth of car washings, and water still beads. Liquid Crystal will give your car unequaled protection and an extraordinary deep gloss shine nothing on the street can beat. Try Liquid Crystal. If you don't agree that it shines and protects better than any car wax you've ever used, we'll send you your money back. Liquid Crystal Automobile Polish. Quite simply, the best shine and protection money can buy.
There's never been a terrorist attack on American soil, Jack. These men are professionals. Personal revenge rarely plays into it. But I killed his brother.
From the producer of The Hunt for Red October.
Ryan's still alive!
Based on the best-selling novel.
I don't care what you have to do. You just get it.
Where's Sean Miller? Harrison Ford. Patriot Games. Rated R. The games begin June 5th at theaters everywhere.
The leading receiver in the World League, Eddie Brown. We are now past the midway point of the third quarter, and he has caught 1 pass tonight, Joe, for 10 yards.
Well, they're double covering him some of the time, and I'm sure David Archer's got him in the back of his mind. The thing Eddie Brown could do is break up a game in 1 play. They got him 1 play on a screen pass where he turned it into about a 12-yard run. But we'll see Eddie somewhere down the road here.
Nearly 1,000 yards and catches and 11 touchdowns, but so far he's been quiet. Archer's 18 for 28. And add one there, and it is Brown. Can he get outside? And on the angle, he's run out of bounds, but not before he gets near a first down. Gary Richard coming all the way across the field to bump Brown out.
Well, that's what Eddie Brown could do. He made about a 40-yard gain. Unfortunately, only about 8 of it was forward, or about 10 of it was forward, but that's the kind of player he is.
All right, let's go. Let's go with quick 54.
First 10 on the -36. Liz call.
Again, now quick 54 is a short pass by David, trying to find a receiver, get the ball to receiver right now.
34 set, 360, 360, hut.
Looking, batted down at the line. That's Willie Fears. It appeared to be a low-thrown ball. Didn't look like Fears had to get up there.
Well, I think there was a linebacker in his way, and David had to hold the ball a little longer. You can. The quick passes are good, but if you don't throw the football, after 2 steps, everything starts rolling apart.
738, X-wheel on one
falls apart, and everything else does along with it. But you can get a high percentage completion.
The gun on 2nd down and 10. Oh, he's got a lot of room. Archer crosses midfield. And then slides down and takes a little slap from Anthony Cooney, but a big run, 26 yards for Archer.
I think San Antonio's pass rush stunted right out of the middle.
Fox at the line, 989, 8.
Here we get a look, and Dave Archer's smart enough to see the helmet cam coming. He said, I'm not going to let a helmet cam tackle me here. Now, he got down, big play.
Now they just lost 3 yards on the mark. Archer didn't get hit until he was the 36-yard line.
If you slide down feet first, they mark it as soon as you hit the ground.
260, 260, hot.
to Carl Parker. He's out inside the 35.
You know, Ted, I have the feeling that San Antonio is doing a good job of taking away David Archer's first receiver. He's back there looking somewhere, not finding what he wants, and is having to scramble a lot.
Hey. Hey.
All right, nickel.
Slide.
Slide.
Read dog 1. Slide, read dog 1.
No hole.
No hole.
All right, we're getting a dog on first down. Cover 1 is man coverage.
Read dog. Rip.
4-3 set.
Tony Burse is sitting in the backfield and has to pick up this dog.
360. Hut. 2nd and 5. Oh, Archer got crushed. Albert Williams. And if Archer gets up from that, he's a stronger man than most of us.
Well, I think that one goes to the offensive line. They just let a guy come free. They block the outside linebacker. See, the fullback's picking up the stunning linebacker. The tackle has to stay on the outside rusher, and he doesn't. He gets confused.
Lily, 066H post on 1-on-1. Ready?
Got to pick them dogs up.
I'm sure they'll tell them that, too.
David Archer's going to have a big headache.
3rd and 5 here. 390. Hut. Here they come again. This time Archer gets rid of it. Nice catch. Stephon Adams inside the 20.
What a difference one play makes. I think the left tackle said, I got to block the right guy this time. He did. The fullback picked up the dogger. Dave Archer completed the ball. That's the kind of quarterback Dave is. You know, his head, I'm sure, was fuzzy, and he saw the dog come. Now watch the left tackle. He slides out, picks that guy up this time. Tony Burse slows down the dogging linebacker. Just enough time for Archer to make a good throw and a good catch.
To post now in the backfield at the 17 of San Antonio. A minute 20 to go in the 3rd. Sacramento trying to regain the lead. Archer to the end zone. Touchdown to Eddie Brown.
Well, we talked about Eddie just in time because he was going to be about to do something. Again, the play action pass, the fake draw. Eddie Brown ran an individual route, corner route, beat the corner. Touchdown.
His 12th touchdown catch of the year, Eddie Brown, and this puts him over 1,000 yards in receiving in a 10-game
Watch Eddie Brown lean the corner inside, and then just blows right by him. That's not very good corner play there. He gave away the outside too much and let him run by him too.
Blanchard for the extra point. So late in the 3rd, Sacramento has regained the lead.
Archer pays the price. He gets hit. But we got the cornerback kind of taking a peek at the quarterback, losing track of the receiver. Eddie Brown's too fast, gets away from him. Look at David Archer. This one doesn't hurt, though. When they're touchdowns, they don't hurt. You can see him look. His eyes are on that target all the way. And he said, man, I love this. Throw those touchdowns. Now, isn't that a great look?
What a year, John. You look at the 23 touchdown passes, 7 interceptions.
I got to tell you, I love this guy. I think he epitomizes what competitors are and what this game of football is about, and particularly what playing quarterback is about. He brings so much to that position in his personality and his will. It's just fun to watch.
And Eddie Brown, of course, played with Archer at Iowa State. They both played for Coach Jim Kreiner, who is now one of the assistants here in Sacramento, and that's why Eddie Brown's on this team.
I didn't think Eddie Brown is a big play receiver and went right by the corner that time. Back in the game. Eddie's kind of got that cool look, like saying, hey, man, I do this all the time. He got that earring in his left ear.
Look at the league records there, over 1,000 yards in yardage, 12 touchdowns. He has played for the Ottawa Rough Riders last couple years, but I'm too thrilled about the prospect of going back to Canada. I think he'd like a shot in the NFL.
And I think he could make an NFL team if he gets the right shot. You know, he returns punts and can do some of those things, so he's a valuable man.
And the ball really booming here. Nice blasts it out of the back line. There was a 5-yard penalty on the extra point that helped as Nice kicked that ball from the 40-yard line.
I was going to say, it seemed like we're playing in Denver here, the way this ball is flying around.
Get a little 5 yards to help.
Well, that's still a great kick. That ball went all the way out of the end zone.
David Archer, 22 out of 34, 279 yards. And that 279 yards, pushes him close to 3,000 yards for the season.
Well, he's going to have to do it again. I mean, this game's a long way from over.
Now San Antonio trying to run it with Richard, and he's wrapped up behind the line. Nate Hill, 320-pounder out of Auburn. Got some help there from Louis Riddick.
San Antonio has been hurt by the fact that they have not completed much on first down. When they've gone for the big play on first down via the pass, it's been pretty much an incomplete pass, except just before halftime. So that has slowed their offense down. Here they are, 2nd and 10 again.
Black 174.
Lost a yard on first down. No Brown on this series. It's Richard again to the 20 and brought down by Michael Jones.
Make the tackle on a quick slant, tell him.
San Antonio, you can see now or get a feeling that they've gotten out of sync a little bit. First down failure. They tried the second down draw. That's gone nowhere. Now they're back throwing on third down.
Will end the third quarter. The Riders will have third down and 10 when we start the fourth quarter. Sacramento scored 10 in the third, and they now lead it 24-21.
It began as a grand vision, expanding America's favorite sport into new cities, in new countries, creating a new type of spring entertainment spectacle, daring a new breed of player to greatness, showcasing an intensity of play fueled by passion for the game, offering a sports experience with color, sound, and non-stop action. For new fans, proudly displaying their team colors and cheering their favorite stars. The grand vision is now reality, as players in 5 countries take the field every week in a 10-team dash for the World Bowl trophy. America's favorite sport has boldly moved forward, reaching out to more fans in more places than ever before. The World League, expanding the future of pro football.
Back with Eddie Brown, wide receiver on my right, David Archer on my left. Third catch of the game, but you made it count.
Well, you know, I was getting frustrated at the beginning of the game, and Dave kept talking to me, telling me to keep my head up, which was a good idea because I was really getting in sync. And, you know, he just made a good throw, and, you know, I came up with the catch.
Now, I know you've been going to Carl a lot, and you've been connecting with him a little less than you usually do. Is he not?
You know, they're going to try to take him away if they can. They've been trying to drop their guy off inside, run backers out underneath him, and I told him just keep his head up because he's going to make a play. It's going to make a difference in the game. And, you know, to this point he has so far. He's got a couple more left in him before it's over with, too.
All right. Let's hope so. Back to you.
Blitz on 3rd and 10, and Sacramento gets Mike Johnson. They brought everybody, and it was Tracy Perkins that got in for the first Sacramento sack.
Well, the San Antonio offense has really gotten out of sync, and I think Mike Riley, who I think is an outstanding coach, is going to have to think about it. Here comes the blitz now. You see the safety man pouring right through that lane. Nobody blocks him. He's got a free shot at the quarterback, and it's all over.
And now the Surge not only hold, but they should get decent field position. Sullivan has had a great punting night, and they'll need to pull another one out right now with Eddie Brown deep. It's a nice punt. Brown will field it at the 40. And near his 45, but still very good position for Sacramento to start early in the fourth quarter, and now with a 3-point lead.
This
This month, the Lake Edna players present the Wild West Review, and it's a must-see. And for a must-eat, try new KFC Honey Barbecue Chicken. You're going to love it.
New KFC Honey Barbecue Chicken for limited time in Lake Edna or your neck of the woods.
Come and get new Honey Barbecue Chicken and a Pepsi, and get a free Pepsi Gotta Have It card, good for discounts on everything from tennis shoes to a cruise. Get it this week only at KFC. I'm expecting a stampede.
At age 74, I'm the oldest Ironman triathlete.
Jim Ward has a hobby. It's called staying young.
It's a workout.
That's why he uses Armor All protectant on his dash, seats, and especially his tires. Rubber can age and crack, but Armor All penetrates to keep his tires looking like new. Jim says his tires never seem to get old. People say the same thing about Jim.
I like a good-looking car. It makes me feel good.
There is a fountain of youth, and we own the patent. Armor All.
I gotta run.
A 6-year-old in her first two-wheeler. My favorite kind of customer. But no sooner do they take off her training wheels than someone takes off with their bike. So her father calls the police, and then Citibank Visa. Well, the bike never turns up, but it turns out Citibank has a program that replaces it free. I see what Citibank does for their customers. That's why I became one.
Not just Visa, Citibank Visa.
Oh, that young lady searching in vain for Michael Barkan, trying to spot him. He's imitating Barkan. Someday there'll be dolls like that. There'll be Barkan dolls that you can buy in the stores.
Well, that was a real insightful look at that relationship between a quarterback and a receiver. I thought that was a great interview. Again, Eddie Brown talks to talks to David Archer about
360.
How he keeps him in the game.
360, hot. Gave us to DeBose, and he's brought down after a very short game. Interesting thing, John, you commented on it. Eddie Brown looked like he was eager to talk to Barkan, but David Archer was kind of locked in.
That's the difference between receivers and quarterbacks. The quarterbacks know there's a lot more to be played, and David's trying to keep his mind focused on it. Receivers tend to enjoy the moment.
46 power on 2-on-2. Ready? 2 now. 2.
It's an interesting call. Second down. Now they're going away from David Archer. They're going to the run. And I think we got a blitz coming. He's changing the play.
Inside for 2 yards. Hinton making the tackle for the Riders on Doug DuBose, and that's going to leave the surge 3rd and long.
In split, please. Okay, let's go gun swap. 272 to Lake.
Gun swap right. Lily, 272 delay on 1-on-1.
He ain't going to get off. He ain't going to get off. He'll get off.
4-3 set. 390. 3rd and 7. 390. Hut. Parker's out there. And Parker makes a fine catch inside the 30.
Great throw, great catch. It was a blitz, and they got penetration on Archer. He had 2 delays going on. If it was zone and Parker running what they call the 7 pattern, if it was man coverage, and David Archer saw it right away, took the hit again after the throw. Look at that ball, kind of soft, falls right into Parker's hands, and now Parker makes an outstanding catch. But look at how that ball's falling in there. And look at the look we got at it, making the extended catch. Boy, that's great throw.
Right, on the audible, Ready? Come on.
And great camera work, too, all through.
David Archer now for the 6th time in 10 games, over 300 yards. Tony Burse on a counter. And Tony Burse takes it down near the 10.
Well, they got some momentum going now. Nice cut by Tony Burse into the line quick and brought it all the way backside.
King right, 16 power.
Come on now. Huddle up, huddle up.
6th time in 10 games, Archer's over 300.
Right. 16 power on 1-on-1. Ready? Let's get it in now. Come on.
Here comes the run. 16 power coming to the right.
350. 350. Cut. Close. Around the ankles, Malvin Hunter, 55, grabbed him, and that slowed him down. But John, I mean, you're talking now 11 minutes to go in the game. San Antonio's defense has to make a stop here. They can't fall 2 scores behind.
No, I think that's going to be a problem for him. And It's the pressures. Greg Newhouse, you can see, has got to make a decision.
God damn.
He's worried. He doesn't quite know what's coming. The zone was very effective for them the last time they were down here. Let's see what happens now. Shoot!
And it's caught by Parker, who was smacked into the sideline advertisements, and that's at the 3-yard line. Greg Lee rode him out. Now Sacramento's in the spot San Antonio was in the first half. They can get a first down here. They have 3rd down.
Short yardage.
First at the 1.
Short yardage.
Here's a big call. This is 3rd and 2.
We're going to call a timeout here. I need to go and play with you. Let it go down. Let the clock run down. We'll call a timeout. Carl's dead tired too.
That's a good decision on Kay's part. This is a 3rd and 2, and they have not been successful running on short yardage against San Antonio. So any run that they're going to come with here is going to have trouble.
Yeah, took as much time off the clock as he could. It's 3rd and 2 for a first down, 3 for a touchdown.
Okay. We got dead time.
Yes.
Let's get ready to rumble! The best in boxing returns when Budweiser presents USA Tuesday Night Fight, June 9th at 9.
Kay Stevenson is the only coach in the World League, the head coach with NFL head coaching experience, and I think that showed on that last sequence, John.
Well, he did a nice job. He called short yardage. It wasn't quite sure what he wanted to do. Time was running down. Took time out. Now they have a chance. I think they're coming with a play-action pass here.
390, hut. 3rd and 2. Dubose. Wow, and I don't think he got the first down. Good aggressive tackling by the Riders, led by Bobby Humphrey. And they ran Dubose out of bounds at the 2-yard line. So they will have 4th down, 1 yard for a first down.
Hell, we got to kick.
And 2 for a touchdown, but Kay Stevenson is sending out Blanchard for the field goal.
Well, that was a great defensive play. This San Antonio defense comes up with big plays in clutch situations, particularly close to the goal line. They're very stingy, and that was a big play. Greg Newhouse has to be very proud of that.
Kept him in the game. 9:45 to play. Carried Blanchard. Puts Sacramento in front now by 6. 27-21. Sacramento has done all the scoring in the second half.
What?
Subpoenaed me, Mr. DA.
For the secret passion of Robert Clayton on USA. Wednesday, June 3rd.
Well, this is a night that people involved with the World League should be proud of. You've got 2 teams playing high-caliber football, well-coached teams for an enthusiastic crowd with the division championship on the line.
Absolutely. This is all you could ask for in a football game.
Titus Dixon. On around at the 20-yard line, but the key right now for San Antonio, they were staring at being on the verge of out of this game, but they're still very much in it with 9:34 to play, down by 6.
Well, I think San Antonio probably is going to
now. Okay, we got to go.
Is going to abandon the ball control, run on first down thing. They're going to open it up a little bit, I would suspect.
Right, 33 blunt trap on 1. Right.
Well, that shows you how much I know. They come right back. Now we're going to run a trap inside.
Well, they're going to have to score at least 28 to win this. Brown is in the game, but they give it inside to Richard. Spins up the middle to gain 3.
Split right. Huh? Nothing. Okay, let's go King 24 look.
Again, the run on second down. They got 4 yards there.
Tuesday.
I'm a little surprised, really. They've had success when they've spread them out and thrown the football in the last month.
Ivory Lee Brown broke 1 tackle and gets outside. Well, it was Basil Proctor that had a shot at him in the backfield, but once Brown got by him, he turned the corner for a first down.
You know, this guy amazes me. He's a better outside runner than he is an inside runner. Every time he takes the ball out there and gets a little room, he
zip, 24 plunge.
Trey zip, 20. And wait. Trey zip, 24 plunge on 1. Right.
Come on, get up there, Rob.
Brown now over 100 yards, 101 on 20 carries.
Ray!
Fake the reverse, go into Brown, and he gets 5 yards.
Again, that's what they're looking for here, the consistent gain, and then maybe the big play with the play-action pass.
Okay, guys, relax. Night Black, move that head piece up. I can't hear.
Total plus. Gun blitz 0.
2nd and 5. Now he called a blitz on 2nd down. He's trying to shut him down to a no gain here if the run is again coming.
Well, again, I think Vitale did the same thing he did the first half, John. He snapped that ball with people in the neutral zone.
Again, they were trying to time the blitz to pour through and destroy that play before it really started. He held the starting count just a little bit.
Defense, offside,
first down.
5 yards.
Well, John Vitale has done that twice tonight. That'll be
Still
a first
2nd down. It should be about 6 inches short.
Okay, thank you.
Come on, 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go deep.
It's interesting, John, to see how Mike Riley approaches this. He's calm. He's not panicking. He knows he has a lot of time and a team that can grind out a drive if they have to.
Well, this is really an outstanding coach. Both these men are really big-time coaches, I think. They keep their club calm. They stay competitive.
Goes inside. Well, probably got just enough to get first down. Of course, Mike Riley is the only World League head coach who's been interviewed for an NFL job. The Pittsburgh Steelers interviewed him this past spring for their opening, and there's some conjecture that his name will come up again for any possible openings, even as a coordinator next year.
Oh, there's no question. This man's got a great future ahead of him. He's young. He's been a head coach. Was a head coach in Canada. Did a great job there. He's doing a great job here.
Johnson rolling out. Dumps it to Ronnie Williams, and he is brought down by Lewis Riddick and company, but he crosses midfield, and that's why they keep picking up about 5 yards on first down.
Well, that's what they're doing now. They want their ball control to run time off the clock. It's a well-conceived idea. Don't let David Archer out on that field too many more times. Go down here, get a touchdown, and then put yourself ahead.
That's what Sacramento has to fear here. If they do grind this drive out, they can grind out a lot of the remaining time. Right now, we're at 6.5 minutes.
Go! Ray!
2nd down and 5. Lee Brown brought down. That's the kind of play that the Surge needed, and it's Vance Hammond out of Clemson, who was a 5th-round draft pick by the Phoenix Cardinals last year. Brown's not getting up.
He's not getting up. I don't know whether he's tired or just saying, man, I need a little help here getting up. I think that's it. I think endurance has been one of the problems that he's had. Came into camp weighing about 260 pounds, and you can see he's just got the look of a tired man. That's something he has to outgrow. This is the time that a runner can dominate a football game. He can kind of take it over, and Ivy Lee Brown is there looking for a little bit of a rest. He's done a great job, however.
Now it's a big 3rd down play, and the pass is to Wayne Walker. And he drives with great last effort, and I believe Walker got a first down before McWright made the tackle. And Wayne Walker at 156 pounds refused to go down, and it's a first down for the Riders.
It's as we said earlier, this is the night for the competitors to shine, and this is what we're seeing here. The guy making that extra effort, making the extra play, getting that little edge that is going to spell the difference here. Brown's back in the game now, and this is the most important part of his career now, driving this football so his team can get a lead. Johnson
throwing incomplete. That was the first downfield pass of this possession.
And it was wide open. It was wide open. They had it. They had man coverage, and they had their man on the sideline. Mike just missed him, and he knows it too. That's the first failure on first down that they've had. Now they're back to that second.
King, right 20-turn draw.
I got it. King, right, 20-turn draw on 1. Rick.
You know, it's interesting. The 3 second and 10. It's amazing how you get into habit. This is going to be the 3rd time in a row they've run this draw.
Black 174. Black 174.
Same thing has happened free time. Oh, my
Look
God.
at that play. And can Johnson do something with it? No. Although he did get back closer to the line before Sinclair made the hit on Brown. And then Johnson is run out of bounds by George Bethune. Wow, is that a dangerous play by Brown?
Is that a dangerous play by Brown? That's a crazy play by Brown. I don't want it. You take it back. Mike Johnson does a nice job of making something happen. Gives him back to the 3rd down and 10. He needs to make a play here.
4.5 to play, and they need 13 yards here. Time now drills it incomplete. And a decision upcoming here for Mike Riley. With 4:22 to play, it's 4th down, and they need 13. He's already sent.
We got 3 first downs, 3 timeouts.
3 timeouts. He's got to start thinking about the end of the
field
game.
enough, I don't think.
That time they looked like they were thinking a blitz was coming. They had some kind of a dash type pattern where they thought the blitz was trying to get the quarterback outside. Sacramento outsmarted them, just played a soft zone, and there was nobody open.
Now we'll try to down one. Well, he did a nice job of waiting and angles it to the far side. Oh, look at that hop. The second time tonight that he's been able to kill one inside the 5. I'll tell you, Kent Sullivan has been the most valuable player for San Antonio so far tonight.
Yeah, he's done a great job. And, you know, in a strange way, this puts pressure right back on Sacramento. They've got to move this football or they're going to give San Antonio the last shot at the ball from about midfield.
But now you've got a team, John, here in the Surge that likes to throw. They're not a grinded-out running team. Buried at their 3-yard line. 4:11 to play.
Well, again, if Kay Stevenson has to make some real important decisions here. This is a place where if I were he, I'd want David Archer to have the football.
Come on now.
This club's going to stuff the run if they try to run the ball on first down. Let's see what happens.
Dive right on one. Ready? Take care of the ball.
Dive right. This is that play that Tony Burst cut back. They're in a short yardage offensive formation.
360. Take care of the ball.
360.
That's the last lead. You see them tackling the ball as Burst is racked up.
They got a face mask coming in from the head linesman.
Willie Fears made the hit on Burst.
Gosh, you hate to see penalties at this part of the game.
5-yard face mask from the end of the run, number 93 of the defense. Still first down.
Willie Fears.
She double dog 2 switch. 60 2 switch. Got a Liz call. First 5.
Well, you heard Greg Newhouse there on the audio calling double dog, so they're coming after him. See what David Archer calls.
Switch. Right. Archer got a Liz call. 60 double dog 2 switch. 60.
First down here at 4.
390. Touch.
Dubose up inside.
Go with it, Doug.
Doug Dubose out near the 45 of Sacramento. What a huge run.
Great job, O-line.
And listen, Archer, give the proper congratulations.
And a great run by the back, but it was well blocked and well conceived by this man. It's a counter action. You see the guard and the tackle pulling, turning up the field. Doug Dubose does a nice job of getting the ball up the field. Huge play. You know, as great a job as David Archer has done in this game, this man has been the deciding factor for Sacramento, at least to this point of the game. We've got a lot of things left to go, but this has been an outstanding job.
2 touchdowns in the first half for Dubose. Clock winding down towards 3 minutes now, and Dubose that time wrapped up. Is the football loose? Oh, it was, and Sacramento recovered. Rob White made the hit on Dubose and knocked the ball free.
Kay doesn't show that, but his pulse rate went up about 100 points on that last thing.
It's a severe case of arrhythmia.
Boy, they're all just breathing.
12 men on defense, 5 yards.
Oh, he just let that ball slip away.
Hey, that wasn't even a hit. We have an injured player for San Antonio as well. Buddenberg recovers the fumble, and an injured defender.
Late in the game, you know, you're perspiring so much and there's some humidity and some moisture. Sometimes that ball can just slip away. Jim Kreiner over in the sidelines just telling him to relax and saying, please don't fumble the ball unless it's absolutely necessary. That's one of the old jokes. What do you say to a guy when you get in a position like this? I think they got to get this man back in the football game and let him have the ball.
Gary Richard, 44, was the injured defender for San Antonio. 3:16 remains on the game clock. 27-21, Sacramento leads it. And let's go down now and find Michael Barkat.
SRO, Ted, here at Bobcat Stadium, 19,000 plus. And you know, with all the troubles, some of the troubles the World League has had with attendance here in the United States, it's nice to see just about a full house at Bobcat Stadium. Of course, I'm just trying to hop the fence here. They won't let me in. Back to you.
Yeah, easily the best crowd that San Antonio's had this year, and Sacramento's had good crowds at their Hornets field.
Far left slot. Zoom, quarterback 8 cross on one-on-one.
And the winner of this game will have a home game next Saturday, or next Sunday, I should say, in the playoffs.
46 set! 390! 390! Hot!
Number 49, a pass is caught by Carl Parker, and that's a first down for Sacramento inside the San Antonio 45.
A big play, and Carl Parker made a bigger play by not going out of bounds there. Now he's putting great pressure on Mike Riley to use those 3 timeouts. He can't let that clock go down much further.
Of course.
Let's come with King left, King right, and let's come with 16 power. 16.
Give me King right. Remember, John, that Mike Riley has 4 timeouts because he does have the 2-minute warning.
He didn't do anything.
It actually be in his favor here.
Yeah, I think he has to start using them now to give his team a chance at the end.
390! Hot!
First down, and they give it to Pringle, who's in the game.
Hey!
I would think I'd start using them right now if I were San Antonio.
I think they have to.
All being pushed down inside the 40.
They're going to be able to get it, yeah.
You know,
we might as well use them all afterward, huh? Or now, right?
Right now. Let's take one now. Hey!
Down.
Well, the problem there for Mike Riley was he wasted about 20 seconds to make that decision. Wow, well, that was not real sharp management right there.
No, there's no question. When you're in a position like this, you want to use your timeouts on defense. You don't, because when you have the football, you can throw it incomplete, kill the clock, throw the ball out of bounds. Defense is where you want to use them because the offense will run that clock. That one slipped away from him. That was a mistake that we saw that team make.
Let's put in short yardage and do it, because we get the kick out and it can't come down real close.
They lost about 35 seconds, and they've got to use the rest of the timeouts in quick fashion here to try to get the ball back.
Basically, they could have forced the action. They could have taken 2 timeouts before the 2-minute break.
And if they'd have kept it from getting a first down, they'd have gotten the ball back with 2 minutes.
Exactly.
Now they'll still get the ball back if they can keep this team from making a first down. Right now, they look a little dispirited to me, as you can see in their eyes. It's hard to stay up, but the defense has to make plays. This defense is capable of making big plays.
All right, this will be a play, and then we'll get the 2-minute warning.
1-1.
It is second down, and a short 5 for Sacramento.
390. Hot!
DeVos goes down at the 40. That was an Oldham on the 10.
That was that same counter play. It just didn't work this time.
And believe it or not, that play used up 2 seconds, folks. We'll be back in a moment.
Tastes like a beer, cause it should, cause it's brewed like a beer. Of course it's good. Have a couple, have a bunch, 1 for the road, 3 for lunch. Let's be perfectly clear, it's what beer drinkers drink when they're not drinking beer.
O'Doul's, the brew from Anheuser-Busch with the alcohol naturally removed for real beer taste and only 70 calories.
Anytime, anywhere, it's what beer drinkers drink when they're not drinking beer. O'Doul's.
This is not what Edge. Edge, proud sponsor of the NBA Most Valuable Player Award.
The Edge Helmet Cam play of the game is brought to you by Edge Shaving Gel. For less irritation, you've got the edge. Helmet Helmet cam tonight has come from the safety. Let's look at from Tom Gerhardt of Sacramento.
Tom jumps outside, lets Dando Winokur get inside of him, and he gets inside for a touchdown. And you can see it there, and he's grabbing his face mask saying, man, I blew that one.
Well, it's been a fun year. We've experienced helmet cam from just about all perspectives.
Absolutely. I think it's fabulous. I can't tell you what a great perspective it is from a coach's standpoint to see what the player sees. And we've had great luck with the people that we put it on. They've all made big plays and been involved in the action, so we've done well in our selection. And it's a valuable, and very interesting part of this game to see it this way. Here's a big play for Sacramento now. They can end this, baby.
Gun Cincy right, sprint right, cross, wide corner on one.
This is a gutsy call now. He's going with the spread out formation. Quarterback is going to sprint to the right. Try to throw the ball to the tight end in the flat.
390. Third down and 6. Flags are down on the play. And Archer runs it, and let's see where the mark is. That might be a first down, but there are flags all over the field.
I think Archer got the first down, and I think they're going to decline the penalty and go with the first down. Again, huge play by Archer.
We have a defensive foul, number 94 offside.
Wow.
We're going to measure first.
Ledbetter was trying to get a little jump to get in there and put penetration on a passer. Take the first down is right. No question about that. Now this game is effectively, you know, I better not say that.
Well, they still have San Antonio still has 2 timeouts left.
Yeah, but they can run this thing down now till there's not too much time.
But a big play by David Archer. 1:51 on the game clock.
We got 2 timeouts left. We'll need them on the next 2 plays.
Just so he knows.
Yeah.
Hang on to the ball.
Here we go, D! Here we go, D! Let's go!
Well, the second half, Sacramento has scored 13 points. San Antonio has had the ball 5 times in this half. They have punted 4 times and fumbled it away once.
Kay Stevenson now is thinking, I'm sure they're going to take time out on 1st and 2nd down. We'll run it on 3rd down, and that'll get it down to a minute. But then what do you do on 4th down? Do you try a long field goal? You know, it's an interesting call ahead for Kay.
390. Pringle wrapped that ball up, and Pringle squirts through inside the 25, and that's a big game.
Yeah, it's almost academic now.
Save a little bit if we get the ball back.
San Antonio's defensive players, as you said, John, they really do look like they're dispirited right now. They've been on the field a lot in the second half.
Bump it out, bump it out, bump it out!
Here we're going to see the ball come right at him. Right by him. Boy, that's great shots.
Well, again, what's at stake here? The winner of this game wins the North American West and gets a home game next Sunday against Barcelona. The loser may be done. The loser of this game is done if Birmingham wins tomorrow at Ohio. Birmingham would then be the wild card.
And you have to think Birmingham's going to be a solid favorite in that ball game. Sacramento gets to go back home. Barcelona has had a lot of trouble lately. They took some injuries, and I think in their game this afternoon with Orlando, and have had trouble scoring. So Sacramento has to feel great about what they've accomplished, at least to this point. If they get a first down here, this game is over.
Need only 2 yards. Second down, a short 2. 1:36 on the game clock. 27-21. Sacramento the lead.
350. 350.
And it's Pringle, and that's a first down. And now Sacramento only will need to snap the football about 3 times and hold on to it, and they will be the champions of the North American
Now hold
West.
it down. We don't have to worry about it now.
They got to take. They got to take time out.
Okay, that was their last one.
They got to take time out here. Well, this clock's gonna. It's over. I think they kind of have that look of defeat.
You know, they only have 1 timeout left. It's a first down, so if Sacramento doesn't fumble, they are going to be the champions of the North American West.
If you thought...
We're going to go wedge hold now. Hey, listen now. Huddle up. Hey, these motherfuckers... line, they're going to come off and try to come the fuck off.
Well, David Archer has delivered the message from Kay Stevenson, and if Sacramento can snap the ball 3 times and hold on to it, they're going to the playoffs.
Absolutely, and they have played very well behind a quarterback who's had as good a year as a man can have.
390, hut! There's Tony Burst going straight ahead. That's a first down play, and with only 1 timeout left, the situation for San Antonio here just about hopeless. And what great vindication for Sacramento, John, a team that had a tough year last year. And Kay Stevenson and his management completely rebuilt this club, virtually an entire new team this year, and it has paid off wonderfully.
They've had a young defense that has come on and played very well. You know, it's a devastating time for Mike Riley and his staff, but they have done a great job also. Mike Riley is one of the best young coaches, I think, coaching right now. And it's sad that he's in the position that he's in with Oblivion coming to this football team in about 30 seconds.
Of course, Chan Gailey and his Birmingham Fire have done a great job as well, and they're going to be in the playoffs if they win tomorrow in Columbus. Last year, it was Jack Elway and the Frankfurt Galaxy that had to suffer a 7-3 year and no playoff berth. It may well be San Antonio that suffers the same fate this year.
Well, we saw a great football game. 2 very competitive football teams, 2 very good coaches. It's a shame somebody had to lose, but we got to give credit to David Archer. Tony Du Bois, excuse me, had just a great job. I'm confusing those 2 guys. It's Doug Du Bois. He did a great job in this football game.
And Kay Stevenson gets the victory, dousing of some cold liquid, which on this warm night probably doesn't feel bad.
That looked like a cup of Gatorade instead of a barrel. That's the difference in the NFL and the World League.
Sadness in San Antonio, but the Sacramento Surge are champions of the North American West. We'll come back in just a moment.
This month, the Lake Edna players present the Wild West Review, and it's a must-see. And for a must-eat, try new KFC Honey Barbecue Chicken. You're going to love it.
New KFC Honey Barbecue Chicken for a limited time in Lake Edna or your neck of the woods.
Come and get new Honey Barbecue Chicken and a Pepsi, and get a free Pepsi Gotta Have It card, good for discounts on everything from tennis shoes to a cruise. Get it this week only at KFC. I'm expecting a stampede.
At the first tickly itch of athlete's foot, Desonex. Do not stall. Desonex intercepts athlete's foot before it turns ugly, killing those grungy fungi before they get cracking and burning. All you hard chargers, Desonex knows you. Stall no longer, please. There's a can at the store with your salvation in it. Come get it, or else don't blame Desonex.
The Polaroid one-step flash with the new close-up lens. Now, under 30 buckaroos.
Making your place look great should be fun and save you money. To do it right the first time, the place for you.
The World League on USA is brought to you by Bud Light. Everything else is just a light. By the Sports Extra Score Phone. Fast, accurate, and dependable. The Sports Extra Score Phone. And by Kentucky Fried Chicken. Nobody's cooking like today's KFC.
Tonight's KFC player of the game is Sacramento running back Doug Du Bois. 2 first-half touchdowns and a critical run late in the game that helped seal the victory.
Well, David Archer could be the most valuable player every game, but Doug Du Bois did it when they had to have it. He made the plays that they needed from the running game. David Archer doesn't care about player of the game. He's the winner.
Kentucky Fried Chicken will make a donation of $1,000 in Doug Du Bois' name to DARE, Drug Abuse Resistance Education. The 6th 300-yard passing game for David Archer, and the Sacramento Surge are champions of the North American West. Next Saturday, USA Network will be in Orlando for the semifinal playoff game between the East champion Orlando Thunder and the wild card team, which will be either Birmingham or San Antonio, live at 8 Eastern next Saturday. Coming up next on the East Coast, USA's Up All Night, the cinematic classic Sorority Girls and the Creatures from Hell, seen in its entirety. And on the West Coast, the USA movie Xanadu. Now with Michael Barkan and John Robinson, I'm Ted Robinson. Thanks for being with us in San Marcos, Texas, where the Sacramento Surge finish up 8-2 and champions of the North American West. Winners tonight 27-21 over San Antonio.